Okay, we're live. So, hello everyone, it's your favorite programming error that just refused to be fixed. Code here. And welcome back to Genshin Impact. Well, I did say if I was sick for longer, if I was sick on Tuesday as well, I would do another stream on Monday. I'm not just sick on Tuesday, I called in sick the entire week now. Which wasn't precisely my choice originally, but I mean, you gotta listen when the doctor says I'm gonna just like say you don't go for a week. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm not gonna fight that opinion. If doctor says you don't go for 1 week, you don't go for 1 week. Not that I particularly mind. Honestly, even though being sick does suck, which is what I do best, it is still nice to have some downtime, so, you know. So that's good. And yeah, that's true, Gabe, I'm going through Natlan like crazy at this rate. Hey, maybe the sick week is just gonna be enough for me to complete Natlan entirely, for all we know. It might be. Does that mean I'm gonna stream Genshin daily? No. I need some downtime for myself as well. Probably not gonna stream tomorrow. I might do another Genshin stream this week. We'll see. I might do there's a decent probability I will do another Genshin stream this week, but I don't think tomorrow. I need at least a little bit of a break. You know? Because doing streams non-stop while I'm already sick is probably not the most healthy thing I could do. Then again, I don't talk for most of the day other than that. So, I guess that compensates a little bit. Also, I see... Yes, that got added a while ago. True. I always make sure that the channel banner is kept up to date. It always has to be up to date. Ah, man, I remember when there were just 2 things on here. Who remembers what the 2 first things on the channel banner were? Before we get into Genshin. Pop quiz. What were the first 2 things on the channel banner? They showed up at the same time, so it's not like there was one first icon. There's 2. 2 that we started with. Can you tell? Nobody's been around for that long, right? Nobody here has been around for that long to know from having seen it. But some people might be able to tell, because I think I've talked about the beginning of the channel in the past. So just because of that, some people might be able to figure it out. Yes, that's one. That's one. This one was around since the beginning. Anyone's also going through Natlan? Yeah. But yeah, that's one. What could the second one be? I mean, you could probably figure it's not something too far out or anything, but yeah. But yeah. Just thinking about how many different franchises we've touched on this channel. So many different franchises. No fire magic, I wanna shoot guns. That is the alternative to fire magic, I guess. Nobody else has any guesses? Also, hi Dan, how's it going? Hope you're well, Honestly, that's just such a cute emote. But I might just be saying that because Doki Doki. Well, the other thing was this one, because nobody else has a guess. We started... In the most cliche way possible, one of the 2 initial franchises on the channel was Minecraft. Hardcore Minecraft, in fact. And I never succeeded. Alright. Let's actually get into the game. Is a thing... I mean, we gotta have Pyro Traveler at some point. It's just a matter of when. Which begs the question. If we're locked out of Pyro, why did I say Pyra? Oh no, Pyra and Mithra are approaching. No, If we're locked out of Pyro Traveler, do you think we're also gonna be locked out of Cryo? Because I don't feel like that Tsaritsa of Snezhnaya would want us to use her powers. Well, then again, it's not like the Shogun wanted us to use her powers either. But at that point, we weren't that well known. We arrived here, got the powers, and at that point we had them. The Tsaritsa already knows about us, and she might actively be suppressing the ability to unlock the powers at the statue. So that might be a different story from A. Anyway, play 2 after Persona 5, yeah, imagine. Alright. Well then. Let's head on over, shall
Boats
we?
are made.
Let's navigate right there. I just started the stream 5 minutes ago. And I'm already... You know, I've talked about it before, that sometimes during streams... I mean, yeah, this might also be because it's just hot in general recently, but sometimes during streams... By the way, if it's gross for you to talk about sweat, then skill issue, I'm gonna talk about it anyway. Because gross stuff happens here. And it's not that gross, honestly. I don't know why some people think it is. Anyway, as I was saying, yep, appreciate the lurk. As I was saying, sometimes during my streams I start sweating later into the streams. I started 5 minutes ago and it's already starting. Now I don't know if it's just more hot recently or if that's again because I'm sick. Because I have had that problem a lot and now it's just started up again. I've had that problem the past couple of days occasionally, but damn, it's even more unpleasant when it's during the stream after we just started. Oh well. Oh wow, you can actually sit here. Fun. Unlike the big throne outside, which you can't sit on.
Huh.
So anyway, last time we escaped from hell.
There's a lot less stuff here than before.
Huh.
It's good to see you all here in one piece.
Why'd you
I know
remove
you must
all
have
that?
a lot of questions, but let Koichi check you over first. It's best not to let any lingering effects of the Abyss go untreated.
Thank goodness you made it back. I came here as soon as the Pyro Archon told me about your plan. Take a seat, everybody. I'll examine you one by one.
Take a seat. Alright. Despite the short... Oh! Oh, the game is so nice. The game can actually be kind sometimes. And again, I still wonder, and I will always continue to wonder, why they don't just do this every time there's text on a black screen. They really should do this every time. Anyway, despite the short stint in the Night Kingdom, Mualani and the others all have some degree of abyssal contamination. But thanks to... Again, the pronunciation of it is so different. Koichi's. It doesn't look like that's how you would pronounce it. But yeah, extensive expertise treating abyssal contamination, the harmful effects will not be permanent. The treatment also relieves Kachina's symptoms.
Alright, that should do it for now. But just to be safe, I'll perform another checkup in a couple of days. I have to say though, I've never seen anyone react to the Abyss like you, Traveler. It's like you're completely immune to its power.
Why, thank you.
He
My
always
sister
has
is actually
been
the princess
special
of the
like that.
Abyss.
He can even purify its power. Wait, now that you mention it, Paimon doesn't think she's affected either.
We don't know why, though. I mean, I have main character status. The question is, yeah, why is Paimon also unaffected? It's not like Paimon has any ability to purify the abyssal power, not that we know of. Unless she does, in which case, Paimon, how dare you always make me do all the work when you can do it too. Anyway, we don't know why, though.
Given the current situation, that ability will likely play a great role in the events to come.
Of course. I still have patients to see, so
Yes,
I'll
Paimon's
head
good.
out.
Paimon is the Omni
Thank you,
Archon.
Koichi.
Alright, alright. We might not
We
see
all
eye to
know
eye,
this.
but we both had good intentions. Just give it time.
I mean,
I'm sure
Just
we'll
look at her
figure
outfit and
things
you
out
can
between
tell.
us one day.
Yeah.
All right. There's so much to discuss, I don't even know where to begin. You've seen it for yourselves now. The devastation in the Night Kingdom.
Yes.
I'll get straight to the point. Natlan is on the verge of destruction. It's very possible our nation has less than a year before total devastation.
Then I better get everything done here in a year.
No. That can't be true, can it?
Less than a year. In other words, if it's a bit less than a year, probably about the time we can expect until we're done with this nation, huh? I don't know how big it's gonna get. Who knows, maybe Natlan will last very, very long. Maybe it'll only take half a year, maybe it'll take more. Maybe they'll be done very quickly, who knows? Less than a year. Less than a year.
That's right. But I've only ever disclosed that fact to the handful of people working with me to save this nation. Our looming destruction is not a recent development, but the inevitable conclusion of the disaster the Abyss initiated 500 years ago.
Mulan told us a little bit about that.
500 years ago, all the nations of Teyvat were invaded by the Abyss. Unlike the other nations, Natlan never had stable and deep-rooted ley lines, so we suffered the worst of the invasion. The battle against the Abyss was exceedingly long and brutal. In the end, victory came at the cost of our civilization and countless lives.
Sounds like Natlan had a bit of a skill
Even then,
issue.
it took centuries of solving the disasters caused by the Abyss to finally achieve the peace we know today. And still, this is but a superficial victory. The forces of the Abyss have merely been driven back underground. Their threat to Natlan remains as real as ever.
I'd never have guessed.
The problems plaguing the Night Kingdom are all the more complicated because that realm is essentially functioning as Natlan's ley lines. Immediately after the war,
But Rob,
our
how do you
calculations
listen to the
estimated
DLC
that
Plus
we
on the
would have
go?
a maximum
You
of
have the Switch version and bring it
500
with you
years before
everywhere?
the Night Kingdom was completely
Listening to
lost
music on
to
the Switch.
Abyss.
Imagine.
But at that time, we
Through
were
the
a
DLC
nation of the
Plus.
destitute. Our people no longer believed in victory, nor did they hold hope for the future. Our civilization was dying,
Record
our
on
faith
phone, I see.
crumbling, and the line of power passed down from the Wyab nearly severed. If we didn't bring the nation back together, it would be foolish to even dream of defeating the Abyss in the future. So, the Archon had a long and involved discussion with the heroes of each tribe, and finally came up with a 500-year-long plan to save Natlan.
Imagine
So
it
that's what
taking
happened.
500 years.
After finding
What a
Gachina,
plan.
I encountered a strange figure
I
who
wouldn't
gave
be
me a
that
series
patient.
of new memories. Since the plan was mentioned in those memories, I guess I've been chosen to play an important role in it. But there's still something I don't understand. Those memories showed me the Pyro Archon from back then. And it was you.
Does the Pyro Archon always look the same?
That doesn't make any sense. The Pyro Archon is supposed to be human. It's impossible for a human to live that long.
Unless it makes you
That's right.
immortal.
The hardest thing for humans to overcome has always been time. Or rather, the natural limitations
As I said, when
of
she
our
was talking about her
lifespan.
family, she was
A god can
only
extend a
using the
human's
past
life
tense.
by using a certain amount of divine power, or subjecting them to a curse. But, as we all know, Natlan doesn't have gods like that. We can only rely on our own methods. A human life is like a flame destined to be extinguished. 500 years ago, I placed my life within the sacred flame. Only by dying before my time could I have the chance to wake up again.
So, in other words, this is your second life?
I mean, I guess you gotta die to become a god. Intriguing. That was all part of the plan.
Yes. We only managed to defeat the Abyss all those years ago because the tribes came together as one. If the Natlan of the future was to have a fighting chance, the Pyro Archons that came after the war had to rebuild the decimated tribes. The goal was to reunite the people and restore the strength
Alright.
of each tribe's Wayab. Once a tribe was back to its full strength,
So again,
the tribe's Wayab would select a
I'm
hero,
sorry for the loss of your
indicating the tribe
family,
was once
but I'm
again
sure they
ready
lived
for
long and
war.
happy lives.
The Chosen would then stand by my side in defense of our nation, just like great heroes of old, 500 years ago.
So that means I'm one of the chosen?
That's right. You bear the ancient name Umoja, the same one held by the hero from your tribe 500 years ago. It means unity. After your
Rob,
adventure
that is
in
not
the
a
Night
thunder
Kingdom,
spell.
I trust you've come to fully understand the meaning of that name.
So in other words, you always knew who the Wayab were going to pick from each tribe?
Yes. According to the plan, each tribe was supposed to have been fully restored by the time I awoke. But something went wrong along the way.
Huh.
The 6 heroes successfully inherited the ancient names from 500 years ago, but the intel regarding the plan wasn't passed on to them. Once again, it comes down to the deterioration of the Night
So
Kingdom.
you had to do that yourself.
Communication between the Sacred Flame and the Wayab has been blocked.
Just like how the Ode of Resurrection failed to bring Kachina back.
Exactly. It's just another tactic the Abyss is using against us.
So we have to crush
The
them.
Abyss may not
Crush
possess
them all.
intelligence, but its methods certainly aren't easy to counter. If we want to unblock that information from being passed on, my presence alone isn't enough. The ancient name-bearer must establish a greater connection to their name. So, I've tried my best to help them from the sidelines.
Well, I mean, Mualani seems to have succeeded in it.
Currently, Shilonin of the Children of Echoes, Kinich of the Scions of the Canopy, and Iansan of the Collective of Plenty have all been acknowledged by their names.
It feels like
During
Mualani
your
has been
adventure,
during the
you
adventure.
too earned the acknowledgement
Exactly,
of your
yeah.
Wayab, Mualani. In the process, you gained the memories stored within your name.
That leaves 2 people left.
Well, we have less than a year.
Yes, but we have no choice. We cannot start the plan until all the heroes have been gathered. That's also why I haven't been able to take action despite the urgency of the situation.
But if you knew this whole time, why didn't you just tell me about my role in all this?
Well, because
Wouldn't
you
that
have to
make everything
awaken
go
in
a
the
lot
natural
faster?
way.
Perhaps,
Looking
but
for
the
the pressure.
opposite could also be true. Knowing your destiny too early could mean failing to realize your full potential. Just like your determination to save Kachina, I hope your commitment to this endeavor comes from your own strength of will, rather than a sense of obligation.
So I suppose you're not going to tell us who the final 2 heroes are then.
That's right. Their time is yet to come. Putting pressure on them beforehand will only hinder their development.
But what if they don't make it in time?
I can only trust in the judgment of the Wayab. I have never believed I could solve this crisis alone. In fact, it was precisely because I chose to trust and rely on others that we managed to get this far. Natlan's salvation lies not in its Archon or any singular individual, but in us all.
And my girlfriend, right? No, you don't go for the girlfriend. Rob, you're gonna be kissing the homies goodnight? I assume you are. Happened today? Yes. Alright, does that mean you...
You're quite perceptive, aren't you? I thought I might get away with avoiding the topic.
Huh? Oh, right! All of the stuff you stored here before, where did it all go?
Even though I sacrificed my power, I still needed a contingency plan to ensure you would make it back from the Night Kingdom. After all, I was the one who allowed you to take that risk, and Mualani has an important role to play in my plan. In addition to their sentimental value, the items I stored here held a much more important purpose. Fuel.
So now you use them all up. No more sentimental value.
So back then, that's why you...
Yes. The stories embodied by those items are certainly important, but there's an even more significant trait they all share. Every item belonged to a hero of Natlan. Over time, they became imbued with a certain amount of contending fire from being carried in battle.
And
On their
that's what
own,
you use to
each
save
item's
us.
power
Huh?
is limited. But together, their combined effect can prove quite useful in a dire situation. By burning those items, I was able to activate the contending fire stored within them to open the boundary between
Yeah,
the
just
two
punch a hole
worlds.
into dimensions as
It
you
was a
do.
rather crude approach, so all their power was depleted in an instant, as you can see.
But aren't they all precious treasures? What about their stories?
Well, at least
That's
this way they were
exactly
useful.
why I dragged you all here. No matter what, I never wanted the Pyro Archon to have to use that power. Oh, I'm so
Also,
sorry.
the picture frame of her family.
You have nothing to be sorry for.
That's
you all
gone
deserve
too.
my thanks, actually. If you hadn't saved the totem pole, that area of the Night Kingdom would have been forever
That's probably the
lost
most
to the
tragic loss for
abyss.
her.
And then, it would only be a matter of time before the Children of Echoes was met with disaster. Besides, when those heroes entrusted their belongings to me, or the Pyro Archon of their time, it was out of a desire to contribute to Natlan's survival. If they knew those items helped save the present-day heroes of Natlan, they would not mourn their loss.
Even when you put it that way, I still feel bad.
There's no need. Remember what I told you about time?
Yep, they
The
exist.
people and the events of the past are never truly lost to us.
Yeah, because the
We
past still
simply carry
exists,
them
that
with
means
us
the
in a
item still
different
exists
form.
in the past, which
in
is
that
present.
sense, we didn't lose anything at all. If you still have regrets, let them fuel your resolve in the battles to come.
You know,
Your
whenever you
deeds
get
will
robbed,
become
just
new
remind
legends
yourself.
and
You
nurture
never,
new forms of
you didn't
power,
lose
just like
anything
the
at all
items
because
once
you had it
stored
in the
here.
past, and the past
Well,
exists
we'd
right
still
right
like to
now
return
in
the
this very
favor.
moment, just like the present. So you didn't lose anything.
Well, if that's the case, just treat me to a drink sometime. Now that Kachina has returned, we can finally hold the victory feast and celebrate your
Of course,
team's
Rob would know a
triumph in
thing
the
about
Night
two
Warden
about, or two
Wars.
about robbing
And
people.
we could all use the rest, that's for sure. Plus,
Hey, Rob,
you'll be able
remember,
to
I have
silence
it.
everyone who doubted you once and for all, Kachina.
Still, now that I know the danger we're facing, having a victory feast doesn't feel right.
Try not to let it get to you. It's important to stay calm. Worrying about it will only affect your judgment. All right. You should head out. I'll join you in a bit.
Alright. What are you up to, sitting there all alone? Nothing? Okay, nothing. Oh, there we go. Ooh. Well, that looks fancy. What is this?
When I was young, I used to sit by the hot springs and listen to the stories of warriors.
Saying
from
goodbye to all
over
the people
Natlan.
whose items she used.
They attract people from all walks of life. Friends come easy here, no matter what tribe you're from. The people of the springs have never claimed the hot springs as their own private property. They are there to bring all hot spring buddies together. It's been really nice seeing the children of my tribe get older. It's helped me gradually
Or
understand
she's just
the
saying
true
goodbye to
value of the
Atea and no one
springs.
else.
I've witnessed their energy, their determination, their absolute passion for life. Even when they cause trouble, I never managed to hold on to my anger for long. It's unbelievable how quickly they worm their way back into my good graces.
I'm sure.
I'm certain
But now you're dead.
Mualani will become a great warrior when she grows up. She possesses infinite
And even in
potential.
death, you still have the
I can
scars.
see it.
Fun.
One day, when I'm no longer in fighting form, I'll come here and tell stories to all the children, just like those warriors did for me. So, you better get busy, Pyro Archon, or I'll end up running out of stories.
And there she goes. What a curious place this is. Oh, thanks for the follow, by the way, Vegeta. Hi, hello. And she jumps off at the end, yes.
Our nation
She is gonna
is
say goodbye
engulfed
to
in
everyone.
darkness. Our tribes
Of
stand
course.
divided, and yet you promise victory in the distant future. The Abyss is a cunning enemy, one that I faced in battle many times. Were that not the case, I would never understand exercising this degree of caution. My rage will never know absolution, and my power will no longer aid you in victory.
Oh,
But
no.
you came to me because you knew you could convince me with just a single sentence. I understand your choice. The
What was the
heroes of
sentence?
today will forge the path ahead with blood and fire. Just remember to earn us the victory we are owed.
Well, that's an interesting mindset
Otherwise,
for,
rest
you know, Nation of
assured,
War and all
I'll
that.
find a way to collect the debt. For Natlan.
Who's next on the goodbye list? The person who gave you the grape juice, maybe? I mean, I see some beverages there, and some food too.
So, you're gonna head 500 years in the future to
No!
serve as the Pyro Archon
No, it's her
again?
family! Oh no!
What about the you from right now? You're just gonna die?
You can't ask her those questions and expect her to answer, my dear. The decision
Yeah,
is hers to make.
that happened.
And she deserves our support.
That goodbye.
We will do everything we can to rebuild the tribes. Don't you worry.
All of this gets deleted.
Even across time, we will
Imagine
all do our
paying.
part
I
to
will not
fight
pay
for
3
Natlan's
USD. I'll
future.
pay whatever else, probably. Millions of more I can afford.
Mom's right.
But I'm not putting any
They'll
real money
always
into this
believe me,
game.
sis. Oh, seriously though, Dad should be here. Where is he?
He's not important enough to be here, I
imagine
guess.
He didn't know what to say, so he chose not to come at all. Don't take it to heart, my dear. That's just who he is. Just remember, no matter what happens in the future, we will always love you.
But what about grape juice person? Or fisherman?
I'll come find you one day. I know I can't live that long, but I'll think of something. There has to be a way for us to meet again one day. If there's an answer out there somewhere, I'm gonna find it. So, don't forget about me.
Maybe she's also somewhere in the Night Kingdom. And that's how they're gonna meet again. There's always that chance. There's always the option.
If that's your decision, then you have my full support, Archon.
May our children live to see such a lovely son.
Alright, I guess there's everyone else.
No one fights alone.
Become atomic. I am atomic.
The rules are my legacy. They shall grant us the strength to overcome the next tragedy.
War forged the 6 tribes, taught us how to fight, instilled in us what it means to love.
Who will be the one to bring this to an
Honestly,
end?
Eminence in Shadow was really fun. Let's not forget that was a fun show. I am thankful that people forced me to watch
are the
it.
inheritors of memory and legend. Those who grew alongside sun and wind. Those who forged our own destiny and future. That is Natlan's fire. The lifeblood of our nation.
Alright, so the reason she didn't come with us was just because she needed a moment to say goodbye. Didn't hear you? Well, you didn't need to hear me. I didn't say anything of note. Imagine following the path around when I can just jump down into the arena. It's the much faster way. When Rob said atomic, I just said I am atomic and talked a little bit about how fun a certain show was. And how glad I am that people made me watch it, even though I didn't.
Oh no,
that wasn't my own decision after all, watching that show.
Medicine. I was about to leave,
the good
actually.
old eminence.
It's not that I don't want to celebrate Katina and the others. I'm so glad she made it back. It's just, well, I'll make things awkward if I'm around my sister right now.
Ah, well, you two had a fight, so Paimon can understand.
That's a good question. I'm not sure I have an answer off the top of my head.
Trip, right?
Anyway, of course not. No trouble.
Yeah, she was super helpful.
No trouble whatsoever.
She gave us a lot of useful information about the Abyss.
That's good. That's all I needed to know.
I think...
Is there a reason you asked?
You made me...
were pretty outspoken when we first met, but now it's like you're holding something back.
It was either you or Neon, but one of the two of you asked me about who I think your favorites are, and I guessed both of them correctly, didn't I? Cameraman has the greatest angles. Ah yes, truly the best character is the cameraman. Anyway, you can tell us anything.
Maybe it seemed unreasonable, picking that fight with her before you left, but I did it for a reason. Her impulse to fight is extremely strong. Her mental strength helps her rein it in, but she still loses control sometimes. I had no idea what you might face in the Night Kingdom, so I didn't want to take any chances.
Fair.
So what you're saying is...
Of course I watched it fully. What, you think I would just watch the first season and then stop there? Listen, I have that list on my Discord about all the anime I've watched. And all the anime on that list I have watched to completion. Except for one. And that one show on the list that I haven't watched to completion is 7 Deadly Sins. I did watch it to completion before. The thing is, apparently they released more new stuff again, and honestly 7 Deadly Sins already kind of fell off, but I was forcing myself to keep watching anyway when new stuff was coming out. And I think the most recent thing of 7 Deadly Sins is the only thing I haven't watched, which I think was another movie. Because they're just milking it at this point. It's done, the story is told, 7 Deadly Sins should have ended a while ago, and they keep on making more, and it's so bad at this point. But yeah, so that's the only show on that list that I have not completed anymore. So, you deliberately provoked her so she'd take that impulse out on you?
Okay, so maybe it sounds a little stupid, but it works pretty well. It helps her keep her cool for a little while, at least.
One Piece 4 movie night ain't ever
I'm just
happening.
glad you were able to make it back safe and sound. That's all I wanted.
What? Do you really have to go that far? Can't you just talk it out?
No way. Chaska never opens up about her own pain, especially to her family. She can't
fair enough.
learn about this, or it'll be even harder to help her.
I mean, thanks for confiding in us.
I appreciate the understanding, and don't worry. I'll find a way to help her ease this burden. Anyway, I need to get going. Enjoy the celebration. Oh, and if you ever need a doctor, you know who to find.
Alright, away you go.
Who would have thought there was a deeper reason behind their arguing?
They're trying to look out for each other in their own way.
In the end, it's all the Abyss's fault. Paimon's had enough of them.
Yeah, we should just kill them all, except maybe our sister. Alright, to the inn! Look at him go! When a tribe cap knows how to break it down.
Let's give a huge round of applause to our brave young warrior, Kachina! Woohoo!
She alive.
Well done, Kachina.
She not dead
Thank you,
anymore.
everyone. I'm so glad I finally made it.
And immediately
I always knew you
died.
could do it. With so much potential at your age, you have a great future ahead of you.
You're one to talk. Don't think I didn't know you were the first person to abandon your team. I'll be dealing with you when we get back.
I had no choice. My friend invited me. I couldn't just say no.
Sure,
really?
whatever.
So you weren't just trying to get ahead in the first round?
I wasn't, I swear. I just happened to find that bearer injured in the wild, so I stopped to bandage his wounds. When he insisted on repaying the favor, what was I supposed to do? I'm just one person. I figured Kachina would have no trouble replacing me.
Yeah, sure,
But
she
the fact
didn't
of
have
the matter
any
is
trouble.
that after your departure, everyone else started thinking about swapping teams too.
I'm really sorry, Kachina. It was wrong of us to abandon you like that.
They only say that now because
It's
she won.
amazing that you still made it all the way through to the Night Warden Wars. That's the highest honor.
Yeah, the highest honor, and then she died and almost didn't get resurrected.
What about you guys? Did you make it far?
Our team captain drank too much the night before the competition and turned up late to the stadium on the day. We got disqualified.
Imagine that. They sure regret switching teams now, huh? Don't they?
Serves you all right. No sympathy from me.
Imagine you're just like, I'm gonna switch teams. And the team you were in earlier wins, and your team gets disqualified immediately.
Like that, Uncle Pakal.
That must feel horrible for everyone who
Dear
switched.
friends, I'd like to say a few words. Firstly, I'm grateful to my friends and our great Archon for helping to bring me back. This traveler and his companion Paimon are some of the strongest people I've ever met.
I don't know if I would
allowed
call
to
Paimon
participate in
strong
the
much or...
pilgrimage, I have no doubt that they'd win the whole thing.
I mean,
They've
that I
agreed
can
to let
believe.
me learn from them. With their help, I believe I can become even stronger still. And let's not forget my good friends, Moalani, Chaska, Kanich, and Ayan-san. They all help the traveler and
And of course,
Paimon figure
Mulan is
out
the
a way
only
to
one
bring
who
me
gets a
back from
close
the
up
Night
for that
Kingdom.
list.
They too deserve to be called our heroes. So, please give another round of applause for them. Thank you so much.
Well said!
I'll drink to that.
How does it feel being a hero, Kachina?
Bad, because she died immediately.
To be honest, it's a bit overwhelming. It
First
all just
mission
feels
dies
so
immediately is the only one who dies.
Well, you better get used to it.
I mean, it must feel embarrassing in a way, right? Anyway, that way I'll also become a champion coach.
Hey, please don't make fun of me.
Hello there.
Ah, you're here. Have some fruit juice. I got it specially for you two.
Oh?
No, that's Paimon's favorite.
Which is for who?
You look like you've still got questions. Ask away.
Why didn't you get the heroes of the past to join you in this age?
Because they had their own lives to live. The thought of telling them, abandon your families and everyone you love, and come with me to the end of time, for in 500 years Natlan will be destroyed, it seemed too cruel. You could just as easily point out
alright,
that
fair.
everything in this world would come to an end eventually. But life is short, and beyond a point, it just doesn't seem real. Imagine if I said, let's leave right now, and go save the sun because it'll flame out in a few million years. It would sound quite ridiculous.
No,
I couldn't
totally,
make
totally
them
real
shoulder
problem.
that burden with me. Besides, every generation will have its heroes, this
In
one
fact,
included. The plan could
Solving
still
problems
work
that are in the
without
way
them.
distant future.
Or Of course, without me.
Wasn't that a villain
But since I
motivation
was the
for
who
one of
came up with
the
plan,
evil
I
teams
felt
in Pokemon?
duty-bound to see it through to the end.
I'm suddenly remembering that portrait
Pretty
in
sure
your
I
room.
remember that.
Was
I think it
that
was in Sword
your
and Shield,
family
right?
from back then?
Where they were like, oh no,
Yes,
a
it
millennium
was.
from now we'll run out of
So when you
energy.
ask
We
me
better
who my
solve that
sister
problem
grew up
right
to
now
be,
by almost causing the
truth is
apocalypse.
that very little information survives.
Fun.
From what I've been able to piece together, I can conclude with a reasonable degree of confidence that she ended up as an architect and artist. She played an instrumental role in rebuilding the scions of the Canopy tribe, designing and building many houses.
She did kind of say
But
as
of
much
course,
before.
None of her buildings are around anymore. Still, it was an impressive achievement, and I'm very proud of her.
That's the life you had to leave behind.
You feel loss keenly. It seems to stir up feelings of regret in you. But this is something I have long since come to terms with. This is a war, and there can be no war without loss. I am already far more fortunate than those who lost their lives to the Abyss. The people of Natlan look to me as their Archon, and the weight of their expectations is mine to bear. I must see our fate through to the very end, no matter what I may find there.
Especially when I wanted to ask, if you're already aware of fate,
Yeah, doesn't that mean the way everything ends has already been written, including your plan?
I suppose, but so what? Don't forget, time takes many forms. The past, present, and future coexist, and
well,
all are
Spinner, you know
equally
the drill.
important.
Keep an eye on them.
Even if the future ends in destruction,
Ask them to explain why
there's
they
still
are
no reason
marked
to
as
give up on the
spam.
here and now.
All the
And
usual
it's
things.
precisely because we humans
Appreciate
cannot
you
know
pointing
our
that out
fate
to me.
that we will
Because you know,
never
during
give
Genshin
up on our
streams,
struggle. This
Genshin streams
is
are
a
the only
pivotal
streams where I
moment.
actually
We
close
are
Discord
still 2
entirely
heroes short.
to minimize
Well,
what everything that's
3
running
to
on
be
my PC.
precise. There's one further hero who I'm hoping to get on my side, whatever it takes.
Oh, surely you don't mean me. I'm no hero or anything. You mean Paimon, right?
Your resistance to the corrupting power of the Abyss is truly remarkable. It would easily make you an all-important figure in the upcoming battle. If you agree to join us, you will not only gain my full support in your journey, but I will also forge a brand new ancient name for you.
Ancient names can be forged?
I will go down in
They
history.
can. Several strict conditions must be met, but if they couldn't be forged at all, then the number of them in circulation would have long
Someone in
dwindled
the
to
future is
zero.
gonna carry my name. They better be
Possessing an
worthy.
ancient name
They
would
better
mean
be
that Your
worthy.
adventures in Natlan are recorded in full.
It is a very
Your
nice
stories will be
gesture.
remembered by our people for all the years to come. The Ode of Resurrection may have temporarily lost its power, but still, take this as my personal guarantee that I shall never let you fall. Just like in the Night Kingdom, I will be there for you. That is a promise I will fulfill at all costs. This nation always honors its heroes.
You don't have to. Yeah, no, actually, I mean, you do. You don't have to, but I will take that promise gladly. I'd like to have that ancient name thing. Just means all the more reason for me to be remembered into the distant future. If my tales weren't already impressive enough as is. But yeah, I just want to help out the people.
Yeah, we can't just ignore the situation here.
Wonderful. Then I'll reach out to Shilonen right away. She's the one who will forge the name. We've never forged an ancient name for an Outlander before, but I trust she'll find a way.
Alright, black stone under a white stone. That's Act 2 complete.
My lord, we've received word that the Pyro Archon has lost much of her power. Although your injury complicates things, this is most certainly the opportune time to seize the Gnosis.
Victory and defeat are rules, not outcomes. I have never taken advantage of an opponent in a time of weakness, and I don't intend to start now.
Huh.
As for you, I must confess, I did not expect that little trick of yours
Wow.
to save the day.
No matter how dense the
Someone who's
fog,
actually
as
decently
long as
honorable?
the sun remains, we cannot turn day into night. She could have dispelled it. She simply chose not to.
Who is this
You
question
don't have
mark
much time,
person?
and you're injured on top of that. What do you plan to do next?
I'm beginning to see just how
Maybe
useful
another
you may
one of the
turn out to be.
harbingers?
You heard something from here, didn't you?
The way he just looked at the camera when saying that. Alright, Children of Echoes. We're traveling quite a bit. Wait, is that still the thingy? Is that the next? No, that's... Oh, we're done! Okay, there's only 2. That means story quest time now. That means story quest time, which means these ones. Which one should we do? I think we should start with... This is voice acted, you said, right? I think we should start with Children of Echoes, because there is one of those events over here at the Children's of Echoes. Since there is an event over here, that feels like the one I should do, that I should prioritize. And it seems that you are in agreement. Can I should probably enable the thingy. Focused experience, please, and thank you. Just so I don't walk into the event again. Why does that take so long to load? Okay. Well, that's fun. I wonder if they're even gonna do character-specific story quests then, or if it's just gonna be this tribe stuff. They might not even do story quests for the individual characters in that case. It might just be very, very different here in Natlan. Alright, let's see. Hi there, hello.
She's not back yet. Oh, I hope nothing bad happened to Master Chevin.
Hi there, hello. Ah, and the third one is a character quest.
Hey,
Got
that
it.
little kid is crying. Wonder what happened. Let's go check what's wrong.
I wonder if it's gonna be as long as the old character quests. Because remember, character quests used to be like 1.5 hours, and then they... the more recent character quests, story quests are all 3 hours. So yeah, the more recent character... I'm saying character, you know what I mean, story quests. They are about characters, but they're called story quests. Anyway, the more recent story quests are as long as 2 of the original story quests, which is interesting to think about. Like, replaying the original story quests, they would feel so short by comparison now. Backstories for the character quests, right. And the funny thing is, there are currently 9 tribal quests. I got nothing more to say about that. Hello, is something the matter?
Master Chevin, she went to gather volcanic crystals, but she's still not back yet. I told the guards, but they said they don't have people to spare.
Is dead.
Plus, that area's
I can recover the body.
with tons of monsters and bad guys.
I can recover the body, don't worry.
They have to finish making preparations before they can try to rescue her. But it'll be too late by then.
Guess it's time for more heroics.
So, you'll help? Great! I'll just make a quick sketch to show you where the guards went earlier.
Well, it should be simple enough. No, we won't help.
They said Master Chevin might have stopped around here.
Again, if I just go out to recover the body, that would be helpful. Because Hu Tao wouldn't have a client if we don't bring back the body.
If that's the case, then... Please, you have to save her.
Save her body. Yes. Indeed. We just show up, she's still Imagine, we show up, person in question is fighting for their lives, barely holding on, and I'm just standing there. Guess I'll wait a little bit longer, I'll wait for them to finish. I mean, yeah, I could step in and help. But I just want to bring back the body, so you wrap this up, I'll just wait here. Interesting, so there's another quest right next to that, huh? Hope I don't run into that one, because I don't want those. Hi there, enemies. Don't mind me, I'm just passing through.
Let's finish this fast.
Actually, it's easier to pass through this way.
Nothing to fear.
Again, I do like going into a new area and getting to experience the new music as well. Can we not climb this?
Quake!
I guess we can't. I would have to use Kachina, I guess.
According to the map,
there we go.
should be getting close.
Have any info about the pirate dragon? We don't really know.
Look, over there! That must have Chevin.
We do not really have any info, no. We just know that this is the nation of dragons.
Where did you come
so there's
from?
like a bunch of smaller ones. We know.
Strong. Let's get out of here, boys! Run! Leave the stuff if you want to live. Drop all of it.
Damn. Drop all of, and then it cuts off.
Well, they didn't put up much of a fight.
Guess they knew what they were up against.
Thank you so much. I thought I wasn't gonna make it down this mountain alive. Saved by the Traveler. Guess my luck's not too bad today. Sorry.
I mean,
Let
yes.
me introduce myself.
Yes.
I'm Chevin, a
But
gem
that is
artisan.
not the dragon.
I'm not usually this lucky, but
Not one of the
maybe
dragon
things are looking
sovereign.
up.
There's no way that's the dragon sovereign of this nation. It can't be. Maybe send us to help.
She did, huh? I didn't mean to make her worry. I wasn't planning to be gone longer than 2 days, tops. But then, I discovered a new seam of volcanic crystal near the Umbral Needle. It's a large deposit and the purity is exceptional. I dug up a whole bunch of it and was getting ready to head back. But the phlogiston within the crystals attracted monsters. I panicked and ran up a narrow path to avoid them. But by the time I was in the clear, I ended up running into those bandits. You showed up in
Treasure
the
hoarders
nick of
sure
time.
are delight to be around, aren't
If the
they?
situation was so dangerous, why didn't you just drop the crystals and run?
Because
I left
valuable.
most of them behind, believe me. I only kept the purest chunk. I have to bring it back no matter what. For Tlasoli and poor little Nachka.
Who is they?
Right, you wouldn't know. Tlasoli is a former ancient name artisan, and Nachka is her daughter.
So she crafts ancient names. How funny, we heard a bit about that.
That's right. Or, well, she used to. Now she just handles regular forging commissions.
Why did she stop?
Because of her daughter. Poor Nachka contracted an awful illness, and Tlasoli put everything aside to take care of her. Even as Nachka's illness grew worse, Tlasoli never gave up. Like a torch in the night, she was determined to burn bright, even as darkness encroached from all directions. Still, all's well that ends well, thanks to the doctor's medicine and the Great Spirit's protection. Nechka's flame was rekindled. Her condition has been
Well, that's
slowly improving
a
ever
happy
since.
story.
She's still weak, of course, and has to
So,
recuperate at home.
how does that connect to having to bring
She's
back
well
the
enough to
crystal?
write letters already. She often writes to Shilonen, apparently. Her dream is to become an ancient names forger, just like her mother. Her birthday's in a few days, so Tlasoli asked me to find a pure volcanic
That's
crystal to
why.
give her as a present.
No wonder you wouldn't leave the crystal behind.
Yeah, talk about an important chunk of ore. What a nice gift. Paimon hopes it helps her feel better.
I'm sure she and her mother appreciate your well wishes. All right, let's head back. I'm sure Emish is worried sick. Actually, why don't you come with me to visit Tlasoli tomorrow? It's all thanks to you that I managed to bring back the crystal.
Tomorrow, you say? Does that mean I have to do a time
You deserve
skip?
a reward for helping us protect something so significant.
I mean, is it an ancient name? You deserve a reward. Is it an ancient name? Totally not like I was promised one of those by the Archon already. But is it an ancient name?
Hey, the Pyro Archon said she contacted Shilonen about that already. Let's not complicate things.
Is this dialogue different if you do this quest before completing Act 2? I assume this dialogue is different if you do the quest before completing Act 2. If so, that's pretty interesting. Sometimes they do these little sometimes they do have little alternate dialogues. They often do alternate dialogue for events, by the way. For example, if there is big example of if you're meeting a character who has shown up in a previous event, they obviously will have different dialogue depending on whether you participated in the previous event or not. Same with Hat Guy, or Scaramouche, I should say. Because Scaramouche originally showed up in an event. So when he showed up in the story, you either encountered him for the first time in the story, or you had already met him during an event, and the dialogue for that story segment changes depending on that. I think it's nice that they have these little things of attention to detail and stuff.
We don't need anything fancy like that. A normal gift is more than enough.
Don't worry, something tells me you'll like this one. But I'll let Tlasoli tell you what it is herself.
Alright, quest started. Alright, I do kind of want to grab the teleport point over here first. I had eyes on it for a second, there it is. I don't want to talk to this character, whoever they are, I just want the teleport point, and I guess I'll grab the viewpoint as well. Alright. Back on track. I'm back. Hi there. Do you miss me?
Oh, you're early. Looking forward to your gift?
Well, I am curious.
Paimon too, but we're also here to see how Nechka's doing. It can't be easy to recover from such a serious illness. And then there's Tlasoli. She had to give up what she loves. We just want to cheer them up.
I've already asked someone to swing by and let Tlasoli know we're coming. She's probably made all the necessary preparations.
Alright.
Let's go then. Do you mind watching the story niche? I'll be right back.
Act 2 already. Okay, these are quick. We're knocking these out one after the other. I assume the final one is gonna be longer. Mainly, you know, for the reason that the final one is gonna be a proper story quest and all that. Oh, you only have the option if you finish the story, so they just removed the option entirely. Fun.
Here we are.
I mean, not as fun as, you know, alternate
Give me a sec,
dialogue,
I'll
but
go
still.
knock.
Attention to detail.
Flasoli, open up! They're here! Flasoli? Are you home? Open the door! That's strange. Huh, the door's locked. But she shouldn't be out at this time of day. Hey, Nechka! Nechka! It's me, Chevin!
Need
Open
me
up,
to
please.
break down the door?
What if something happened to the two of them? What if Nechka got worse again?
Then I guess that
Let's
means
not
another
overthink
corpse for
things.
Hu Tao.
They were doing just fine the last time I was here. Nechka was sleeping soundly in her room. Still, I told Tlasoli we were coming. Maybe she had to take Nechka out to get some medicine.
Or they were attacked and kidnapped. Maybe killed.
What's that over there? Looks like a Tapetlosaur nest.
That's right. Tlasoli has a Tapetlosaur companion. If I remember right, its name is Iengu? When she was still in the forging business, she'd often have Iengu help with some digging work. But since Nechka fell ill, she hasn't let it dig much recently.
But it's gone
Wait
as
a
well.
minute. What the? This place is a mess. Iengu's nowhere to be seen either.
Whoa,
Imagine
look at all
Yengu
these
just went on a
broken
rampage.
boxes.
You dare not let me dig, I'll
Something
do it
terrible must have
myself.
happened.
Well, let's take a closer look.
The tracks end at this cliff. Could the Tapetlosaur have climbed up the mountain? Let's head up there and see.
Alright, let's head up there and see. Simple enough. Alright, so those are mines I have to avoid, not something I want to get to. Well, that's good to know. I thought for some reason I'd have to interact with that stuff. That is the stuff I need to interact with. I thought. I was mistaken. That looked very interactable. Ah, there we go. I had to attack it first. And I can apparently destroy the spikes, also good to know.
Huh, there really is a Tapetlosaur up here. Might not be Tlasoli's companion, though.
At least it doesn't seem to be in any danger.
Paimon still doesn't see any sign of Tlasoli.
Hey, Traveler! Paimon!
What? We just got up here. Looks like there's someone next to her. I guess you found one of our two missing people.
Tlasoli's here!
Great.
We
Yeah, I just said that. We just got up here and now we gotta go back down. Either way, let's get down there.
Why is the Tapetlosaur coming along? Whoa, hey, don't run, you'll hit us!
And then Paimon died. The end. You descend the mountain with the Tapetlosaur.
Iengu, come here. Are you being naughty again?
The answer is yes.
Oh, that's a good saurian. Oh, you must be hungry. Sorry. I'll whip up something for you later.
Animal ears.
All right, run along and play now. I'll come along in a sec. Sorry, you two.
Genshin Impact
I was
inside
waiting
Genshin
for you
Impact?
at home when Nechka, well,
How
she snuck
so?
out and ran off by herself. She said she just wanted to pick some flowers for our guests.
Because of the shorter quests for the tribes? It feels like a mini Genshin?
But
Or what?
she ended up getting lost along the way. Luckily, I managed to find her before long.
Is she alright?
Yeah, Chevin told us she was just starting to get better.
She's still very weak. The shock and the cold winds certainly didn't help, so she ended up with a slight fever. I
Oh,
gave her
don't
some
talk to me
medicine
about
and
a
now
slight
she's in bed.
fever.
But it's nothing a good night's rest can't fix. That said, she won't be able to meet you today. I'm sorry you came all this way for nothing.
Then I'm sorry for even coming
about
here.
It. We know she's still recovering. Chevin told us how serious her illness was.
So where do we go then?
Her health definitely comes first. We were just dropping by to check on her.
Sounds like she's doing well enough to run off on her own too.
Yes, and to run away from eating her vegetables. She's a fast one, that's for sure. She jumps over chairs, hides under the table, then runs all around the house. I can hardly catch her.
Cute.
Seeing how she is now, that's already enough. I really couldn't ask for more.
Hey, cheer up. This is supposed to be a happy occasion. We do appreciate that she tried to welcome us with flowers. Anyway, Tlasoli, about the thing I was telling you before.
The gift. All right, let's hear it.
Yeah, what did you get us?
Paimon's definitely more excited
Well,
than I
it's a
am.
blaze gem inscription. I made it from the purest ore, so it's almost completely resistant to erosion. The techniques
Wow,
used to
Zhongli
make it
would
are
probably
all rooted
appreciate
in
that,
ancient
huh?
name forging.
So it's like a simplified version of an ancient name.
Don't say that or the Wyab might smite me. The process just uses a few of the same techniques and materials. When I first made one, I didn't think it could serve any practical purpose, apart from the erosion resistance and the general aesthetic. But then Chevin suggested using the crystals to make a special kind of ornament.
Blaze gem inscriptions made by an ancient name artisan, engraved with words that never fade.
Huh.
Quite the sales pitch, don't you think?
I mean, I feel like that could sell. And now I get one.
Wow, that description really does make it seem special.
You've got a good eye for business.
Tlasoli's blaze gem inscriptions really are special, though. Word of mouth isn't always reliable. As information gets passed along, it becomes incomplete, forgotten, and sometimes even distorted.
All right.
But the words inscribed on these crystals will stand the test of time. The inscription will never deteriorate, and the meaning will never get twisted. It's the perfect gift for a dear friend or significant other. You could even pass it down to younger generations.
I'm not your significant other, though. Let me make that clear. But yeah, you're really pushing the sales pitch.
Paimon's interested. Let's buy one, Traveler. We can engrave our names on
I mean, we're getting one gifted. Well, you're not paying attention.
Then, once we find your sister, we can get her to add her name as well. That way, our names will be together forever.
Significant others. Why would you immediately ship me with the lolly? Especially one of the lollies who is actually in-universe underage. Like, Klee is an actual child, not just a lolly. Whereas Nahida is a lolly, but not a child. Klee is also still a child. But yeah, she is in my team, that is true. Anyway, looks like Paimon's already been hooked.
You deserve it. You saved me. And Nechka's birthday present. It's the least I can do to repay you.
Chevin, I thought I told you.
Don't you start acting shy too, Tlasoli. It's a great gift.
Now I see what you mean there, Neon.
I know how much work goes into one of your blaze gem
Intriguing
inscriptions.
enough, I guess.
Well then, thank you both. I'll have it ready as soon as possible. Then, I'll have you do the inscription yourself. Nechka should be well by then. She'll be very excited to meet you.
I mean, Spinne, in a way, Paimon and I are destined for each other, in the sense that she is destined to end up in my stomach as emergency food at some point. Or Zhongli. Ah, boy. Might as well buy a few more as gifts.
Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. We don't even know how expensive that would be. You sure we have enough travel funds?
I am 99% sure we have enough.
To make us spend all of our Mora, right? Chevin?
Oh, spending all my Mora?
You
That
never
would be
know.
hard.
You do look like you have some savings to spare.
I do.
No, don't listen to that, Traveler. You'll end up losing all your Mora.
Ah, yes, Spinne, that is
In any
totally
case,
what
it's
that
up to
statement
you.
means. It's totally not I've talked about Paimon being emergency food many times before, because that's the game lore. No, it's a war thing. You got it. You called me out perfectly. Oh, there.
Also, if you don't mind, Tlasoli, I'd like you to help me repair my Blaze Gem inscription. I dropped it when I was attacked earlier. The rope and clasp both snapped, so I haven't been wearing it. I tried fixing it myself, but I just couldn't get it to stay. Could you help?
Yes, sick fuck.
Just leave it to me. I'll make it as
Of
good as new.
course. I mean, you know,
Chevin,
you're not entirely wrong by
for
calling
going
me a
all
sick
that
fuck.
land.
For one, I am
It was
definitely
nothing.
sick.
We all just want nature
No
to get
denying
better.
that. The only problem is that I do not fuck.
You're right. Miangu, behave yourself. I'll feed you in just a second. I'll have Chevin contact you once everything's ready, Traveler.
Sick fuckless. That's
Maybe
more
we'll
like
even
it,
line
I
it up with
guess.
Nachka's birthday. We can even have a little party.
Oh, that sounds great! We'll look forward to all the good food, and we'll make sure we're ready to eat. Anyway, see you around, Flasoli.
Alright, see ya.
Look after yourselves.
And off they go. I guess that's where Act 2
Nachka
already ends.
is going to be so happy to meet you.
Yep. Yeah, these are short. Let's see how long Act 3 is gonna be. Whoa. Okay, I guess we just transform again. I guess true, during all of this we were in a cutscene. Before the cutscene we were transformed, so now we're transformed again. Interesting. Oh, Act 3 is locked? Okay. I guess we're going over here. Because this one is definitely unlocked. This one is definitely unlocked, so this one shouldn't be a problem. Guess we're doing this then. Back to the beach episode / hot spring episode. Well, that looks fancy and important, but I'm not going there. It has all 3 chapters. Get chapter 3 in the second phase, alright. Got it. Okay, I'm here. Where quest?
Wow, what an amazing view! And we can even see some Kaholasaurs here and there. Hey, why don't we try to get a picture with 1 or 2 of them in the wild?
But what if they try to bite us?
Well, they're so cute. They probably won't do that. Right?
Probably.
Huh? What's happening over there?
Well, so much for probably.
Help us! Wild Kaholasaurs are actually biting people!
Time for us to save the day again.
Yeah, those 2 are in trouble. The legendary traveler and his trusty sidekick Paimon will not stand by idly.
I mean, you will stand by idly, not like you ever do any fighting. Not sure. Let's head on over there.
Shower me with praise!
Hi there.
Just hang in there.
And just like that, I got one of them.
Someone's coming. Please help us.
Alright, but that isn't... Wait. It's that easy to... I don't have to fight them. It's that easy. Oh my god.
From your clothes, you must be scholars from Sumeru, right?
I don't even have to
Yes.
fight.
I'm
I just
Karia, and
transform.
this is my senior Baramdra. Thank you so much for saving us. That was a little too close.
Don't mention it. Handling these sort of things is practically second nature to us by now.
Just erase them
Paimon,
easy,
and
yeah.
This is the Traveler.
Still, it seems that all the Kaholosaurs just ran off. We need to capture at least one alive.
Why?
Capture one alive?
Correct. Say, I can see you are very skilled at dealing with them. Do you think you could
Turn
use
them into
me as live bait to help
interactables,
us capture one? I will pay you for the effort.
Why do you want to capture one, though? What's this about?
Apologies. Baramdra has been hyper-focused on his research. So please, don't be too hard on him.
Uh-huh.
Oh, no worries. But why did you approach a whole group of wild Kaholosaurs, and what's this talk about capturing them?
Don't tell me you want to get a picture with them, too.
Paimon's pretty sure that's not what they're trying to do.
Oh, are we sure?
I'm
Are we sure about
we
that?
must look very silly.
That?
The fact of the matter is that we're searching for a mysterious island from a certain legend. It's said that a very important clue about the island can be found on Kaholosaurs, so approaching them without the help of a guide from the people of the springs was certainly an unwise choice on our part.
Yeah, you
Mysterious
stupid.
Island?
Yes. There is a legend from the people of the springs that mentions a mysterious island, and Baramdra believes the key to his research can be found there.
Are you certain you two won't consider my proposal to capture one?
What if we do?
Proposal? There's no way we'd be willing to use a person as live bait.
I mean, I could easily be live bait.
And
I won't be in any
suppose discussing
danger.
it any further will just be a waste of time. I must come up with another solution.
Baramdra.
Oh, all right. You did rescue Karia and I just now, and I suppose I should express some gratitude. Thank you very much.
A little awkward, but Paimon will take it.
We should move on, Karia.
Alright, off you go. I shall help, I
Yes.
guess.
Thank you again. My apologies. Baramdra really doesn't have the best people skills.
Yeah, I could tell.
That's alright. Bye now.
So what is the next objective then? Where do we have to go for the next objective is what I should say. I guess we just
You really
have to
don't
wait
see
here.
a pair of adventurers like those two every day. But anyway, Paimon's really curious about that mysterious island that lady just mentioned.
Do you want to find the island too, Paimon?
Yeah, who knows? There might be treasure.
I had a feeling that's
After
what might
all,
interest
the amazing
you.
places we've explored during our adventures, finding some mysterious island should be a walk in the park for us.
But we don't have any info about this island.
Oh, you're right. The lady mentioned that the mysterious island is related to a legend of the people of the springs. So maybe we can start by asking some of them about it. Time's ticking. Let's get started on our next adventure.
Alright, but first I want to grab the teleport point that was around
the
here.
real question is, who should we ask?
Can we just talk to the chief?
That's an idea. If anyone, the chief of the tribe should know the details.
After all, we won't get to talk to Mualani until the third act. Alright, there's the teleport point. Yoink. Alright. Back over to the coastline. This way. I guess I should maybe take the road, that way I don't have to climb. Almost got it. It's quite annoying that there's no teleport point all the way out here, but I guess it makes sense. You always gotta walk at least a little bit.
Someone looking for me? Oh, why if it isn't the Traveler and his companion. So what brings you here? Do you need help with anything?
Yeah, so Secret Island, tell me everything. I want to know.
We want to visit the mysterious island. The mysterious island, huh? Is there something wrong?
Do you know about it or not?
Assuming you two are already aware that this island is related to a legend of my people.
So you do know about it?
Now that you mention it, we don't know anything about the actual legend yet.
Are we gonna get the tale?
Then allow me to explain.
We are
it to
gonna
you
get the
two.
tale.
It is said that the first chief of the people of the Springs was the most outstanding guide in all of Natlan. He discovered many deserted domains and found countless treasures. But to prove himself once
Countless
more,
treasures?
he
I can do
embarked
that
on
too.
yet another journey in search of a legendary, mysterious island. He endured many hardships along the way, but he persevered and managed to reach the destination. The island emits a golden light where countless treasures are buried.
Countless treasures, you say? If Paimon wasn't interested already, she's definitely interested
he left behind
now.
a trail of clues that lead to the island. Since then, many people from later generations have undertaken the challenge of finding the island. After all, to find the island is to find riches and glory.
Oh, that makes sense. So could you tell us how to get to that island?
No. It's a legend, and the people probably haven't, you know, the people of the Springs haven't found it either, probably.
It's like a big secret for the people of the Springs, so you can't just tell anyone,
Or
right?
they haven't found it either because it's a legend.
On the contrary, it's quite the opposite. The legend and the clues needed to find the island are all already known to the public.
But nobody has actually stepped foot on it.
Well, then what's the problem?
Well, I'm willing to answer your question in exchange for a favor. What do you think?
Oh boy, here we go. What do I have to do?
Sure thing!
Is it a fetch quest? Do I need to kill something?
Then you have my thanks. Allow me to tell you some details. I'll be honest, there are some among the tribe who are of rather base character. Not long ago, I received a report that a few of them were working together to scam visitors. As the chief of the tribe, I was very ashamed to hear of this.
Amazing, they have tourist scams here.
They are targeting tourists who
This
wish
is
to
almost
visit
getting
that
too
island.
real.
According to my sources, they would trick tourists into believing they are trustworthy guides before luring the tourists into spending a fortune for the sake of reaching the island. They run a pretty sophisticated operation. They would always claim the scammed money is some kind of legal travel expenditure, so it's hard to use that to directly convict them.
Yeah.
So, I was hoping to find someone who could approach them and pretend to get scammed. Doing so would allow us to gather the evidence required to bring them
I
to
guess
justice.
that works.
The problem is, they would certainly recognize anyone associated with me, which
Or
is why
anyone
I
who would
haven't
live
been
here
able
for
to
that
carry out
matter.
the plan yet.
Oh, Paimon understands now! We're the perfect bait because we're both tourists.
Exactly. And as far as I know, you two are no pushovers. No matter what nefarious schemes
Plus,
they
I
may
have the
come up
money
with,
to afford
you'll
getting
be perfectly
scammed.
capable of protecting yourselves, right?
You betcha. If it's just a few scammers we're talking about, he'll take them all down.
Wonderful. Then here, please take this.
Oh?
Whoa, that's a lot of Mora. Did we already earn a bonus?
That's for getting scammed, right?
There will be plenty of rewards if you manage to catch those scoundrels. This Mora, however, is for other purposes.
This goes into the
I'm
scammer's
sure
pockets.
some spending will be required on your part before they
Yeah.
lower their guard. I certainly wouldn't expect you to pay out of your own pockets.
Have the money to go get
Please
scammed.
use
Gets
the
money.
Mora as
Go
needed,
get
and
scammed.
collect as much evidence as possible.
No wonder you're the chief. Seems like you've already thought of everything. Okay, we'll take it from here.
I've marked the location of the scammers on your map. I'll leave the rest to you two.
Alright, let's go. Act 2 already. Again, this is really moving quickly, isn't it? So yeah, I guess Act 1 and 2 are always just gonna be some tiny preludes to the actual character story quest. So they're gonna be very, very short. And the actual character story quest is probably gonna be as long as you would expect.
This should be the place. Now let's see if anyone around here looks like a scammer.
Paimon, you probably shouldn't say that out loud.
Oh, right. We should pretend we are innocent tourists with no idea about what's going on.
I feel like at this point the cat's out of the bag already. Because Paimon can never, ever, ever keep her mouth shut for even a fraction of a second. Do two of this comes to the canopy and one other side quest. Hey, let's look for a scammer. Maybe try talking about the mysterious island.
Good idea. Speaking of which, Paimon's dying to know what kind of treasures could be buried on the mysterious island. Wonder if anyone's ever really seen them before.
Oh, that was quick. How did this dude not hear Paimon screaming about finding
looking
scammers?
to visit the mysterious island.
Oh, looks like we managed to lure them out already.
Come on, Paimon, don't forget our role again. Paimon. Everyone is deaf. The problem is, see, the thing is, I was gonna say Paimon has only a single brain cell, but I don't think she has even one brain cell. She's running on, I mean, she's already mentioned many times in the past that she's all out of brain juice. I feel like her head has been completely empty for who knows how long. Come on, Paimon, don't forget our roles.
Oh, pardon. Is something the matter?
I just happened to overhear you two talking about the mysterious island. I assume you two must be tourists.
On 5 months
brought here
energy
by
to
the
clobber
legends
that there,
looking for
Kirby.
the island.
Yes.
Am I right?
Hello, Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. That's right. We were just getting ready to look for that island from the legend.
In that case, as a qualified guide, I certainly cannot allow you to embark on such a dangerous journey.
Oh?
Uh-huh.
As the legend says, if you can manage to reach the mysterious island, riches and glory will be yours for the taking. Be that as it may, the journey to the island is full of untold perils and dangers. It would be nigh impossible for any average person to reach the island.
So can you take us
But
there then?
You are in luck. Allow me to tell you the purpose of our services.
Oh, fun.
It just so happens that our mission as guides is to help visitors avoid danger, find shortcuts, and successfully reach their destination.
Alright, what's the price? So, this was all a pitch for your services.
Please, there's no need to worry. This was just one point I had to make perfectly clear. Although the legend and the clues to finding the island are known to everyone, the leads left behind by our
His
ancestors
reputation.
are as
Look at you go,
enigmatic as
Neon.
riddles
I am
found on a
currently
lost
slow.
treasure map. Only guides bestowed with the legacy of our
I need
ancestors
to
can
speed
correctly
through this.
decipher the clues. Tourists who rashly embark on their own often wind up lost and encounter unnecessary dangers.
Huh. He actually sounds pretty convincing.
That's how they get you,
But
Paimon.
it seems like fate has brought us together. So, what say you to having me as your guide?
So how much will you charge us?
Not to worry. I don't intend to charge any fees.
Excuse
So you'd
me?
be working for free?
For us, people of the Springs,
Oh boy.
guiding guests to the
Art
mysterious
scammers
island
be like?
is a great honor in and of
Ah,
itself.
what fate.
Worth more than any amount of mora.
Smooth. Paimon almost wants to believe him.
This is also part of the sales pitch. oh no, it won't cost you anything at the very end of it. So yeah, me being a guide doesn't cost anything, but along the way I did this, this, and this, and that all adds up to so and so much more. Okay, we got proof he is a scammer. Yep.
Alright, thank you. Then please, guide us onward.
Of course. Please, follow me.
Person hasn't replied yet. Let's give him until the end of the stream. I feel like that's a decent time window. And if they still can't tell us why they might be marked as a spammer, and since they showed up here on the Discord during one of my streams without actually showing up in stream chat, that makes them all the more suspicious. So yeah, if they can't clarify or give any excuse at least by the end of the stream, they gon' be gone. Hi there, hello.
Are you two here to take pictures with the Coholosaurs?
Really? Can we?
I get his scheme.
Huh? Oh, you two must be here to seek insight from Atta, right?
He doesn't charge anything, but he leads us to all the people who do charge, and he gets a cut from it. That's his...
Not so loud.
That's his
Openly
game.
saying their name
That's
in
how
such
it
a manner
works.
will only cause them to loathe you.
I apologize for not explaining earlier. As you can see, Atta is the elder Coholosaur. My senior here is responsible to serve. Atta is highly respected among the tribe and is far more knowledgeable than other Coholosaurs. They say that Atta has actually visited the mysterious island before. Therefore, we must rely on Atta's insight to know how to get there.
Really? But how do we do that? Can a Coholosaurus elder talk?
You need
can
only
transform it.
slowly approach Atta. Once Atta has confirmed your scent, they will provide their wise insight. In the language of the Coholosaurs, of course. But no need to worry. The ability to interpret this language is one of the basic skills required of a guide from the people of the Springs.
And that will cost,
I can
right?
understand
That you will
Atta's
charge for that?
instructions and will lead you on the journey ahead.
Alright, then let's give it a try.
Again, he won't charge for being a guide, but he will charge for the other
That'll
stuff.
be 10,000 more up
And there
per
it is.
person.
There it is. Not charging.
In
He's
order
charging.
for Atta to give us insight, they must recall their past, which can be extremely taxing for a Coholosaur. Costs to maintain their health can be quite high, you know.
I'm sorry. Such expenses may arise in the process of finding our way, but as
Told
long
ya.
as we reach the
Alright,
mysterious
so
island,
he's leading
these
us to
costs will
different
be
people
quite
who
trivial
will
in
charge
the end.
money. And that's
There
how
you
he gets
have
the
it.
money.
I knew there was no such thing as a free lunch.
And that's how he's technically not lying when he says he's providing his services for free. Just pay up, let's not make him suspicious.
Oh, Paimon has an idea. She bets they've just made up all that stuff about the talking Coholosaur. But if we can get a receipt, that'll be proof that they're scamming tourists. With that kind of evidence, there'll be no doubt they're guilty.
What's taking them so long? Well, what do you say? I'll even throw in a group photo of you two with Atta.
Well, that's
you won't ever
generous.
find another deal like this.
Oh, that's an unexpected bonus. Quick, let's pay the man.
Whatever makes you happy, Paimon. Alright, take the picture. But first I gotta talk.
Whoa, Atta really didn't try to bite us at all.
You can also pose now if you'd like a photo together.
Okay.
Great poses. Oh, we get multiple pictures. And let me guess. He did say he would throw in one group photo as a bonus. Noise, but it's hard to tell the meaning. He would throw in one group photo as a bonus, but he took multiple pictures. He's gonna charge for the other ones, isn't he? Imagine.
Oh, I see.
Could you really get anything from that noise?
Of course. Like I said, only a guide like me can understand their language. Let's follow Atta's instructions and proceed to the next area.
Well,
Here's
there'll
your
be
group
another.
photo. I even packaged it up
Another
for free.
tourist scam coming up.
Any chance we could get a receipt for that?
No problem at all. Here you go.
Please, come with me.
We still have
How
a lot of
generous
the
of
chief's
you.
more to use. Why don't we keep up the act and gather some more evidence?
Good idea.
Hyman's
We'll see who
curious
else
what
is
other
involved
tricks
in
these
it.
scammers are using.
You obtain one clue after another while forking over more left and right.
These guys are going way too far. He keeps coming up with some far-fetched reasons to make us pay for everything. With all the evidence we have now, we could bring him straight to the chief and he'd definitely be convicted.
Send him
But
straight to the
after
court
handing
in
over all that
Fontaine.
Mora,
Send him
Hyman
before the
kinda wants to
Eudex.
see if he'll actually take
Different
us to the
nation, but
island or
still.
not.
All those scams, well, like, it's free. 1 second later, oh, you know, it costs a bit. And you're like, oh, I guess I'm already too far in. You pay, and it continues. Yeah. Again, it's like, it's free. But this right here, which is important for the thing you want, that will cost money. Like, I can make everything for free, but the most important part of it all, without which nothing else has any value, that will cost you a bunch of money, and I'm not gonna tell you that beforehand. Oh, it wouldn't hurt to gather some more evidence.
Sorry to keep you waiting. After all the clues we've gathered, I've managed to find a shortcut to the island.
Oh, alright, then let's get going.
Are we actually going anywhere? Alright, where's this shortcut
This is the
speaking
spot.
of?
The trails of sunlight will guide the way. Once you cross the rushing water, the light of the setting sun shall reveal everything. Atta's insights have already pointed us to the destination. It's just on the opposite bank.
You mean, we're almost there? Huh. But there wasn't even anything exciting about this journey.
Yes, because he kept us safe the
As
entire
I said
time.
before, this is a shortcut. If I took you on some arduous path after all the Mora you spent, that wouldn't make me look like a good guide, don't you think? Anyway, there's no time to lose. We need to get there before sunset.
And he's gonna make... And you know what? He's gonna try to do something to delay us so we won't make it before sunset.
Oh, brilliant!
He probably has some kind of plan to make sure we won't see it in time. And it's gonna be like, oh, I guess you were just too late. Well, I am here.
According to Atta's insights, this is the place. We're here.
You mean the mysterious island?
Yes, I've led you to the island just as I promised, which means it's time for me to say goodbye.
Hold on! Are you serious? This is supposed to be the island? Then what about the treasure? And look at these wooden signs and artificial lights! Even we can tell it's fake!
All that stuff about treasure is just part of the legend. I didn't make any promises about what you'd find.
Yeah,
And
sure.
Who says a mysterious island can't look like this?
Huh. Since you seem to have dropped the act, then there's no need for us to continue either.
You're under arrest.
We were commissioned by the chief of the people of the Springs to gather evidence of your scamming activities. With these receipts, your scamming days are over.
You sure? Then what's written on those receipts?
Huh.
We probably should have
Let's
double-checked them.
see.
Oh.
Huh? Wait, all the writing has disappeared.
Oh, these
I took you all
fuckers.
this way just to buy enough time for the handwriting to disappear. Even if you were to go back to the people you paid, you'd only find that they were using fake names, making them impossible to track down. You
Do we
wanna
have
report
anything
me
to
for
record what
scamming
he's
tourists?
saying?
Then be my guest. I'll just say that I'm being falsely accused. With that settled, I'll be going now.
My god, we have cameras and everything. Shouldn't we have something to record audio? I feel like there should be something. Oh well. Catch the fucker.
It's the chief!
Hi there, hello.
What's the chief doing here?
I had dispatched others to secretly trail you. Thanks to you, we can finally convict him of scamming people.
Alright, how did you get
Convict
the
me.
evidence?
How? They don't have any evidence against me. Even as the chief, you can't just level accusations without any evidence, right?
Sorry to say it, but he got us. We lost all the evidence we had.
But you have gathered some, huh?
Not to worry. Let's search him first.
Hey, what are you doing? Keep your hands off me! That's my Mora!
No, it's mine actually, and by mine I mean the chief's.
Yes, I see the mark. Looks like you already
was right, he was
split
the
the Mora
last
before
chief.
you let them
Hmm.
here.
What do you mean?
The Mora that the Traveler and Paimon were using today were all provided by me. They all have a special mark on them.
You...
So, there must be an explanation why the Mora that should have been theirs ended up in your hands, right? There are no receipts to prove that any transactions took place, and you yourself just denied that there was a scam. So did you then take the Mora from them by force?
Oh no.
Mora from others by force? Oh, that's
We're
an
leveling
even
it up.
more serious crime than scamming!
You... Ugh. All
There
right.
you go.
Sure.
Just
I
accuse him of
admit that I
something
coaxed them
worse.
into spending a few
To make him
times,
admit to the
but
crime he
I
actually
wouldn't go
committed.
as far as calling it scamming.
We have witnesses standing right here, you know.
Fine. Yes, it was all a scam.
Woohoo! No wonder you're the chief of the tribe!
I still don't understand how so many people have been getting duped by them. You need only stop and think for a moment to see through the whole thing. If
I
he
mean,
claims to be able to
yeah.
find a
But
shortcut to
there's
the
always some
mysterious
people who
island,
fall for it.
then why hasn't he just gone there and claimed the treasure for himself? Why even bother guiding others there?
That's a good point. Speaking of, have any guides from the people of the springs ever found the treasure of the mysterious island?
And that's when we
I
learn
can
that they
answer
haven't
this
found the
question
island
along
yet.
with your previous one about how to get there. The answer is actually very simple. There is no shortcut to the island, and most people don't even meet the requirement to ever reach it.
Oh,
If you don't meet
requirement, you
this
say?
single condition, then even guides from the people of the springs, despite all of their abilities, will find it difficult to overcome the obstacles along the way. Which
And the
is
single
exactly
condition is
why
be the main
even though
character.
the clues to the mysterious island are open to the public, few have ever made it there.
There's a requirement? What is it?
Let me ask you something first. What do you think a real journey to
It's
the
one of the
mysterious
floating
island
islands.
It should probably
I see. Have plot armor,
overcoming
yeah,
a
that's
lot
also
of
a requirement, I
hardships
guess.
with your companions before witnessing some breathtaking sights, uncovering a really touching story. Oh, and scoring some super cool treasure at the end.
One has met the
Therein
requirements.
lies
It's called
the key
flying.
point. Overcoming hardships with your companions. It's said that when the first chief set out to search for the island, the ones who accompanied him were not clients nor tourists, but his closest friends. The legend also mentioned that only those willing to entrust their lives to one another will be able to reach the island together.
I would not entrust my
Therefore,
life to
the
Paimon.
requirement to reach the island
is journeying with your closest friends. The kind of friends you would trust with your life.
Again, Paimon with my life? I don't know.
From what I can see, you and Paimon are exactly those kinds of friends. The kind that would trust each other with anything. But unfortunately, neither of you are experienced guides. And if you were to hire someone else, then I'm afraid you could probably never place your lives in the hands of someone you met on a pure monetary basis.
That's true.
Guess we'll just have to,
Feel discouraged. I believe that this beautiful land
you
that I
know,
call
overcome
my
the
home
hardship
will
of not being a
disappoint
guide.
you. Whether it's remote islands or ancient ruins, I'm sure they can also provide you with plenty of exciting adventures. And let me tell you a secret. The elders once told me that beneath these very ruins lies a way to reach the sky.
Yeah, thanks for that. But knowing us, we don't give up so easily even when a place is supposedly impossible to visit.
True. Well, then again,
Oh,
Paimon
I
gives
can
up easily.
understand. I won't
And
stop
I
you
am
if
forced to
you're
give
still
up.
interested in
Because
finding
that's
the
when I
island.
get told
I
that we
just
should explore
recommend
the area
finding a
ahead of
guide
us later.
first who you could trust with your lives.
A guide we could trust with their lives? Oh, who knows when we'll meet someone like that around here?
Maybe it won't take as long as you think, and that's where Mualani comes in for Act 3.
Oh, we could go
Yep.
find Mualani!
That's where it
It
turns into a
appears you've
character
already made
quest.
up your minds. Then I'll be taking my leave. My assistants will pay you for all your help. Thanks again. Okay, bye-bye!
Off you go. Alright. Act 2 complete. Alright, and this final act will likely be the length of a proper story quest, which would be around 3 hours, maybe a bit less. Which means I do not think we will be able to complete this, but let's just see how far we can get in it. Let's just see how far we can get. Because if I just do the first 2 acts of, if I just do the first 2 acts of this, then we'll be way too short for the stream. Got something in your inventory? I noticed. I always get a lot of stuff in my inventory. You mean this? Right. I mean, I could use it for the money, but I could also keep it. I mean, I also still have a bag of Mora over here. And Paimon's food fund, which I also didn't use. I just keep holding on to them, because I have enough money anyway, as you can see in the bottom left. I have enough money. I don't need to use these funds. I have 200 million. Whatever I can get out of these funds is not worth it. I'm gonna keep the items. Wait. Mine. Alright. Mualani, hey, hi there, hello,
Sorry,
join me.
We don't carry any black swimming floaters here.
But why? Black floaters look really cool.
May I ask whether you've had some bad luck lately?
Well, yeah, sorta. The last pair of black floaters I bought ended up getting bitten by Coholosaur. I nearly drowned. Which is
You know
why
you should
I
really
wanna buy
learn to
some new
swim.
ones.
I knew it. I specifically asked an expert from the Masters of the Nightwind about this once. Black floaters bring bad luck.
Really?
Also, have you by any chance become a mosquito magnet? Or found yourself overheating? Maybe even suffering a little heat stroke?
Yeah, that's exactly how I've been feeling.
Damn,
It's
she
all
know
starting to
everything.
make sense now.
In that case, I'd recommend either pink or blue swimming floaters.
Go for
According to
pink.
the experts, bright colors can not only lift your mood, but also bring good luck. I'll even offer you a discount if you'd like. Just see it as a way of celebrating your luck taking a turn for the better.
You'd really do that? Then I'll take one of each.
You got it.
So, hi Mualani.
Well, hello there! If it isn't the Traveler and Paimon.
We might need your help.
It's been a while, Mualani.
Good to see you again.
Was all that stuff you were saying just now really true? Do pink and blue floaters really bring good luck?
Of course. I know a friend who nearly drowned once, but because she was wearing blue floaters, a group of Kaholosaurs came to the rescue and brought her back to shore.
Okay, that's just because of the blue floaters. Totally.
But let's get back to why you're here. Are you looking to buy some water sports products? Come on, don't be strangers now. I can give you whatever you need. You are guests here after all. It's only natural for me to give some gifts to you.
Oh, for free?
No,
Free?
we actually came here to ask you to be our guide.
No, Paimon, shut up. If she... You said gifts,
Well,
right?
you come to the right person. So, where do you want to go?
We want to visit the mysterious island from the legend.
A trip to the mysterious island? Oh.
Do you have any concerns, Mualani?
I assume you're already aware of how difficult the trip will be, right?
We've heard tales.
Your chief has already made that pretty clear. But with our adventuring experience and with you as our guide, we'll definitely be able to reach the mysterious island.
There we go. Nothing
Then
could possibly
I'll
go
have
wrong.
to explain some things to you first.
Oh boy.
I learned all my skills as a guide from Uncle Nu, and he's the best guide in the whole tribe. But apparently, even he has never successfully reached the island.
Well, he didn't have the protagonist
With a good
by
guide
his
to lead
side.
the way, a journey should usually be fun and pleasant. However, going to the mysterious island is different, and I don't know if I can guarantee that.
Don't care.
But
Let's go.
since it's you two asking, I definitely won't refuse. It's just my duty as a guide to explain these things before I officially agree to go on the journey.
Paimon thought this would be a piece of cake for you, but it seems like we're actually asking a lot.
Don't care if we're asking a lot. We're doing
really
it.
Guilty to make a
It's
friend
gonna be
go
very
through a bunch
rewarding
of
once we
trouble
pull
just
it
for the
off.
sake of finding some treasure.
Yes, not ideal. But we'll do it anyway.
Mualani?
Whoa, what's the hurry?
Come on, what are you waiting for? Kolo just got back to the tribe. I heard he found another underground ruin full of treasure.
Probably won't watch it anytime soon. I guess it's not for everyone.
Wait
It's
for
one of
me.
my favorite shows, personally. But I guess everyone has their own taste. Which is fair, I guess.
Oh, he's currently ranked as the #1 guide in the People of the Springs. Besides the tribe's first chief,
But I appreciate you
he's the
checking
only
it
other
out
guide
again
who's ever made
regardless.
it to the mysterious island.
Really?
He's always out and about, so we don't get to see him often. Sounds like this is quite an occasion, though. Let's go check it out. Let me put up the closed sign first. Okay, come with me.
Alright, Act 3 started. There's no way this will end in an hour, but let's see how far we can get. Hi there, hello.
The crystals you asked for can only be found in caverns deeper than 500 meters underground. Here, have a look for yourself. As for the people you asked me to take along, they almost all got lost in a cave. Out of my sense of duty as a guide, I brought them all back. Next time, just save the trouble and let me go alone.
Damn,
Indeed.
okay.
Well done. No wonder he's the best. I wouldn't dare to go more than 200 meters down into a cavern like that.
I wonder how much he made this time.
Whoa, it really does sound like a super amazing guide. Do you think you could get some pointers from him, Mualani? Who knows? Maybe he could save us some trouble on our trip to the mysterious
That's
island.
if he's not another scammer.
Olo always treats
Imagine.
his experience like trade secrets. He never tells anyone anything about being a guide.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But one
Maybe
day,
he has some tricks.
I'll also be able to reach the
I don't know, I'm
island.
just suspicious because the entire
him, right?
quest line so far was about
Do you
scammers.
really think you'll be able to get his help?
Oh, and they're
Allow
back.
me to do the talking.
Of course, those two are back. Imagine that.
You must be the top guide of your tribe. I have a commission that I hope you'd be willing to consider.
That guy sure looks familiar. Oh, aren't those two the scholars from Sumeru who were bitten by the Kaholasaurs?
They were.
They also wanted to go to the mysterious island, right? Seems they finally realized that they need a guide.
A commission? Since you've obviously heard about my abilities, have you also happened to hear about my rates? If you're not intimidated by the price, then we can talk.
Yes, I've looked into everything I need to know.
Yes.
As long as the trip is a success,
whatever.
then the commission fees won't be a problem.
Oh? And where is it you want to go?
Mysterious
the
Island?
Mysterious Island.
And that's a no.
Just as Paimon thought.
What's with that nod?
But first, please don't misunderstand. I'm no tourist. I wish to visit the real place.
Yeah. Oh, let me
You hear
guess.
that?
You've already been
He
scammed.
wants to go to the
island.
In that case, Ko'olo's the only one for the job. But the journey to the island requires a lot more than just a guide, right?
Yeah, you
Since
gotta
you want to
be
visit the
able
real
to depend on
mysterious
each
island,
other.
then I'm sure you've also heard about the requirement for our trip, right?
Yes, I know. According to the legend, only those who are willing to entrust their lives to one another will be able to reach the island together. I must reach that island, even if that means putting my life in someone else's hands. I have made up my mind.
Don't waste your words on me. The way I see it, the requirement is just a way to weed out those who do not have the skills to reach the island by themselves.
Also, do you really think he would entrust his life on with you?
You say you'd put your life in somebody else's hands? Ridiculous. Even if someone were to trust me with their life, they'd just be another burden.
And
Let's
that
look at it the
attitude is
other way
probably why
around.
he hasn't reached the island
Why would
yet.
I place my life in the hands of someone whose abilities are far below mine? That is what the legend is really hinting at here.
No, no,
Many
I think
guides
the
in
legend is
tribe have
doing its
received
thing
commissions
correctly,
like
and you're
this,
just not getting there
only to
because you
end
don't
up
trust
bogged down
people.
by their
Sucks to
incompetent
suck.
clients long before reaching the destination. How do you think I reached the mysterious island? I made it because I chose to go.
Oh, did you reach the
alone.
island, though? Are you sure you did?
I'm different.
Were there
I'm
any
no
witnesses?
ordinary tourist.
No, because you went alone,
That doesn't make
apparently.
much of a difference to me. You'll give up halfway at best, which is a waste of my time. And a waste of your commission fees. I can tell you're just looking to explore something new. If that's the case, then you can find another guide in the tribe. For example... new student, over there.
What's up with that guy's attitude? Paimon takes back everything nice she said about him.
I have things to do now.
Inazuma reputation
Goodbye.
completed. Nice. Nice one, Spinner. Now you
Hold
won't be
on,
able to do any more bounties or reputation
What's
quests
wrong?
there.
I'm only
ever.
introducing a potential client to you because I know you're a teacher. In fact, I'd say it's quite the opportunity.
Never mind that for now. I don't agree with your views on the island. Uncle New taught me that.
I know. You're just the same as him. You both obviously hope to prove yourselves, but still think that you have to follow the legend to the letter. Waiting
Yes.
for a cumbersome client to find you before even trying to set off.
Mualani?
The rare ores I brought back
We're
are
going.
proof that I've
Well,
been to the
honey,
island.
we are going
But
there.
as for New, where's his proof? Why don't you wait until he's actually found the island before you start using his views to refute me?
Couldn't continue. After Kula leaves, the crowd begins to disperse. Alright. Guess we're doing this. Come on, Milana, we gotta do this just to
Really
prove that
sorry.
we're better than him.
I just wanted to take you to see what the excitement was all about. I wasn't planning on getting into an argument with him again.
Again, huh?
Kolo seemed to harbor
that
some
happens
kind
a
of
lot?
grudge against you, Mualani. Or maybe your teacher.
I know. Quite an impressive achievement for my teacher, huh? Even the best guide in the tribe can't stop talking about him.
Oh, Paimon thought you'd be more upset.
I mean,
Of
hey,
course
they
not.
want these people want you
Uncle
to get
New has
upset,
also
so just don't
argued
be.
with Ko'olo before. I've already heard the same words several times now. But it's hard to prove anything to him unless you've actually been to the island.
You also really hope to reach the island, right, Mualani?
That's right. It's just that I've always seen the journey as something super important and not to be taken lightly. I was really surprised when you asked me to be your guide today. After telling you about all the dangers with such a serious face, I didn't make you think that you're causing me trouble, did I?
Maybe you did.
Actually, Paimon did think about taking our invite back.
No, please don't do that. Actually, that is also a part of what Uncle New taught me as a guide. The difficulty of the trip is the very first thing that needs to be clearly laid out to the group.
Which makes sense. Yeah, of course, it should be.
If you want a chance of reaching the destination together, you must first reach a consensus on the amount of effort that will be required. I always felt that my teacher is no less skilled than Ko'olo. But Uncle New has never been to the island, so Ko'olo always uses that to push us down.
Again, has he any proof that he was
Uncle
there?
As Uncle New's student, I've always wanted to complete the trip to prove his skills. It's a pity that I've never had the chance.
But don't you have that chance now, Mualani? If you'd agree to be our guide, we're completely willing to trust you with our lives. With the help of the renowned traveler and his trusty companion, you'll definitely be
Those
able
two
to
are
find
not
the
thinking about
mysterious
joining
island.
us, are they?
Then you
They'll
can
just
come
hold us
back.
back.
And teach that Ko'olo a lesson.
Oh, Paimon. Come on, bring it in.
My birthday cake amount? Less than yours, probably.
Ah,
Ah,
you're making Paimon blush.
cute. Adorable. I mean, I did
Alrighty
miss
then.
the first
If
the
we're
first
gonna go,
cake.
we should start
I
preparing
never got
right
the
away.
Mondstadt cake.
I've already had the plans for this trip written
Was
out
a
for
bit
some
too late
time.
on that one.
Come with me.
Oh, it's that scholar guy.
Imagine not having the
Paimon almost
Mondstadt
forgot
cake.
he
I am
was still
sorry.
Scholar guy? My name is Varamdra. Please use it.
I didn't expect to see you again, Traveler and Paimon.
Oh, and it's that lady too. Hello again.
Hi there, hello.
Excuse me, Miss Guide. Since we've been referred to you, would it be okay for us to join your journey?
No.
I'm Mualani. Just call me by my name.
And the answer is no.
As for whether or not you can come along, I'm sure you've already heard the requirements. We've only just met, and
Exactly.
I'm not sure you're cut out for this trip. The path to the mysterious island is a grueling one.
Oh.
I admit that after coming to Natlan, I've encountered many things outside of my field of expertise. It's understandable you're worried that we'll slow you down. So how about this? We'll set off with you as ordinary travel companions, and I'll pay you the usual commission fees. But we won't officially be your clients. In other words, you needn't shoulder the responsibility of being our guide. And even if something were to happen to us, your reputation as a guide won't be tarnished as a result. How does that sound?
I don't think it's about
If
the
you accompany
reputation
us,
for her.
Then you are a member of the team. I could never agree to such a careless
Yeah.
deal. Oh, don't tell me you think I'm the same kind of person as Ko'olo.
So you still refuse?
He didn't say my offer.
Fine. Kariel, put the more for the return trip in your backpack. Without a guide, the road ahead may be dangerous, so please don't follow me.
He's not seriously going out there alone. He's gonna die.
Now he wants to go alone? Why is this guy so obsessed with that island?
Wait! Please don't do this in front of a guide. I can't let a tourist go on some dangerous journey all alone. Even my sweet mom would give me a harsh scolding if I ever let you do that.
I'm so sorry for the trouble. Really.
Don't say that. Although it'd be inappropriate to bring along two strangers I just met, there is another solution.
We can bring
about
something back
this?
for them?
Let's meet up tomorrow morning at the monument near the tribe's southeastern slope. I'll see you there.
So you've decided to accept my offer?
No. My
No.
plan is to use
Just
some
no.
of our time together to turn you from strangers into friends. The kind we can trust with our lives.
That's your plan? Very well then.
We're gonna
Wonderful.
become the best of
On
friends.
behalf
Just
of
you
both
wait.
Valandra and I, thank you so much.
Pretty sure only Mualani could come up with a
Time
plan
for
like
some
that.
bonding exercises. Yep, that's Mualani for you.
We need to get started on our preparations. Come with me.
And off we go. Back to the shop. Hooray.
Hey, Alafa. I've got some business for you.
We've been over this before. The name's Yellowfath.
I know. It's just that Lafa sounds so much cuter.
Well, since
And
you're
it's
the
easier
customer
to
here,
remember.
I guess whatever floats your boat.
I need a camping tent with all the accessories. Only the best you've got.
Another commission, huh? Just so you know, a full tent according to your standards is gonna be pricey. Is your client covering the bill?
I can afford it.
How much are we talking?
Don't worry about the costs. I'll take care of it.
No, I can afford it, I'm sure. Unless it costs over 200 million. Which it wouldn't. Where are the clients after all, exactly?
Ahem. Let's make this clear, Traveler and Paimon. We're not working together like this is a hired commission, are we?
Oh, no! We're traveling as close friends who trust each other with anything.
Then you will trust that I
That's
have
what
the
I thought.
money.
Honestly, I can be a little picky when it comes to camping equipment, and I don't want my friends to be paying for me. But don't worry, it's not that expensive.
Are you sure? Can we at least
We're ready,
split the
Lafa.
bill?
Your total is 200,000 mora.
Isn't that still a lot for you, Mualani?
At least split
Just
the
imagine
bill.
us in the wilderness, okay? We can either sleep out in the open, tired and weary, or simply spend a week's worth of pocket money and completely solve that problem. I'd say that's a great deal.
Alright,
You
sure.
call that a week's worth of pocket money? Are you rich, Mualani?
Paimon,
Not
have you looked at
important.
our bank
We still
account?
need to buy some equipment from another store. Come with me.
Alright, what do we have over here? Hi there, hello, I'm buying stuff.
Afternoon, Uncle On.
You call me uncle, but I'm old enough to be your grandfather, you know.
Because you're still young, Uncle On. Hey, can you help me find something kind of rare? I can negotiate the price. What do you say?
How
All
rare
right.
and what?
What are you looking for?
A record player. Specifically, the kind that's convenient to take camping.
Oh, that model is pretty rare indeed. I thought it'd be nice to keep it as a prized collectible in the shop.
Ahem, Uncle On.
Just don't break it, okay? I'll even buy it back from you when you're done with it.
Thanks, Uncle On.
How generous. We're gonna break it, aren't we? Last time we were entrusted with something and told not to break it, we broke it.
Yep, and that's our next stop.
By the way, let me double check my cake amount. Yep, 3 indeed. Very nice ones. I'll soon have cake number 4. Hello, next shop right next door.
Hey, Paka Paka.
Mualani? Have you finally decided to release a record of your own?
You'd be the first I'd sign with if I ever did, but not today.
Hmm.
I just want to buy a record. The one you've been keeping from customers and listening to in secret.
Uh-huh. That's a pretty rare record, you know? Besides, I haven't even finished listening to that one yet.
Maybe
Wow,
I
we're
can think of a
taking
way to
all
connect
most
you with a
valuable
friend
things
from
off
the
people's
Masters of
hands.
the Nightwind to release a record.
Whoa, then we could produce some really wild tunes. You've got a deal.
Nice. That's the record also accounted for.
What do we need it for anyway?
Well, I asked a friend from the Masters of the Nightwind for some advice once, and apparently, playing this song at night is an effective way to keep travelers safe and sound.
I see.
Is that really a thing? Well, if it doesn't cost
Well,
much,
he's talking
that's a
about
nice
luck,
way to make the trip a little
depending
more
on your
pleasant.
floaters as well, so you
You know how it goes, Mualani. 20,000 mora for this record. That's the best I can do.
Deal. Looks like Milani really is rich.
Again, I could also
Should be
easily
about
afford
everything
all
we
of
need to
this.
buy. Next is... Ooh, I'm getting kind of nervous. What's wrong, Milani? Next, I need to find my teacher and get the map to the island. Besides the legend left by the first chief, there's also a map. Well, not just a regular map, it's more like a treasure map.
Uh-huh.
It's full of strange symbols, almost like it's a part of a big puzzle. Guides must draw from their experience to decipher the map's meaning and understand the route. The chief made several copies of the map and distributed them to the first members of the tribe. The copies were to be passed down to future generations, so usually a teacher will pass their copy to their student. Which brings us to today. The day I officially ask Uncle Nu for his copy of the map.
Whoa.
Big day.
Hearing that is also making Paimon feel a little nervous. Sounds like it must be a pretty serious moment.
Yes, but the thought of having you two by my side somehow makes me feel a lot better. We won't let Uncle Nu down, right?
Of course, of course. Oh, let's get to it then.
That's right! Let's go and find him together!
Alright, last thing on the fetch quest. Objective list. Or at least it should be the last thing. And then I guess it's time to go. There's even a Melusine visiting. Now that's adorable. Happy to see them outside of Fontaine.
Afternoon, Uncle Nu. I have a big surprise for you.
A surprise? Then you must be here to finally
Happy
pick up the map.
Nuvelet noises, yes.
You saw right through me, as always.
Very happy.
Did you forget that you had mentioned these two to me before? The
He
ones
must
who went
be
to the
happy.
Night Kingdom with you.
One must
In some
imagine
sense,
Nuvelet
You
happy.
could say that you've already trusted each other with your lives. It's just that my feelings are a little complicated now.
Huh? Do you think that I'm still not ready yet, Uncle Nu?
No, I believe you are the best guide in your generation. It's just that I'm not ready yet. After all, the journey to the mysterious island is no easy feat for any guide of the people of the Springs. I'm still a little worried.
You don't gotta be worried, because I'll be there and I have plot armor. Because I'm the main character.
With our help, Mualani will definitely be able to find the mysterious island.
Yeah. This time I'll definitely be able to prove that CodeErr is no better than Uncle Nu.
Don't misunderstand. Since you've made up your minds, I won't try to stop you. It's
There we
just...
go.
Please listen to your teacher's words once more, Mualani.
Alright, here comes the lecture. I'm ready.
Our mission as guides has never been to prove anything. There is only one thing we must do. Guide tourists safely to their destination.
I understand, Uncle Nu.
So...
In that case, you may have the map. Also, take this with you.
What is it?
It's a talisman. Take good care of it. You
I'm
must
sure we
return
will.
it to me when you get back from the mysterious
Another
island.
thing we can break.
Was this
Fun.
made with spinel fruit? For some reason, this doesn't look like a regular spinel fruit to me.
Right, which is precisely why it's so effective.
You really know me best, Uncle Nu. Alright. Traveler and Paimon, tomorrow we'll set off. Make sure you get some good rest tonight.
That means it's time skip time.
Paimon can't wait for another adventure.
Let's do the time skip. 8 in the morning the next day. There goes the time. And there we is.
It's about time to meet up now. Let's head to the spot Mualani mentioned.
Alright, up in the hills. It is gonna be up there. It is gonna be a floating island, clearly. Anyway, first things first, we gotta spend some time together and become friends.
Over here!
Who trust each other. And stuff.
You're here, Mualani! Oh, and those strange scholars are here too!
Good morning, you two.
Morning!
So
when are we
I don't say
leaving?
anything. Also, hi, and thanks for the follow emotionally
Excited as a
virgin.
child before the start of our journey.
I just want to get down to business as
What
soon
a
as possible.
name.
You know this is no leisurely spring stroll.
Thank you for the follow,
so
I
hope
appreciate
we can all
it.
act a little more professional.
Don't worry, I'm a very professional
We're just doing the
Our journey to the
tribal
mysterious
quest
island
of the people of
has
the springs
officially
right
begun.
now. When the final act of that.
Do you all see the statue here?
Uh-huh. Is it an important clue?
Well, no, it's not a clue at all. He was the first chief of the people of the Springs who came back from the mysterious island and set up this place. It's a monument.
Huh.
The first thing we need to do before we set off is to touch the statue and pray to our ancestors. This will make our journey to the mysterious island smoother.
Fair
is there
enough.
any theoretical basis to support that claim?
And that's what you get from the
basis?
scholars.
No, but my teacher taught
Like
me it's an
him
essential
at
step
all.
before heading to the mysterious
I
island.
mean, just what he just said already, just like... We're supposed to be
Very
friends who trust
good.
each other with our lives, and
You
he's
didn't
like...
try to argue with me over something
We
that
just
you
go for
aren't
something, he's like,
knowledgeable about.
but actually...
That's very professional of you.
Oh my god, he's the
Sure,
typical,
but since this practice
actually...
doesn't have an
He's
empirical
that guy.
basis, I won't be able to include it in my thesis.
Come on, everyone.
Actually, that doesn't have any factual backing.
Greetings to my ancestors. As your descendant, I'm about to follow in your footsteps.
Well, at least he's
and
going
witness
along
your
with it.
accomplishments. Allow me to depart under your gaze and return under your protective watch.
It really feels like we're about to embark on a great adventure!
Now, please get ready. We're going to look for the first clue.
Alright, where to?
Speaking of which, where should we look for the clue?
Apparently all the way over there.
Where many gather. Like a party.
Huh?
This... nah, this one. I can just walk across the water, this is probably the better choice. Alright, let's go. By the way... What you just said there, I hope that's just like a theoretical thing of... No, it is a full-on spoiler. Then why even say it if you know that you shouldn't? Then why even say it? I have a strict no spoiler rule here. Oh no. Oh well. There's that, I guess. I guess it's not a major spoiler or anything. I guess it is not a major spoiler, but still.
Wow, there are a lot of Kaholosaurs here!
Hey, well, I guess it
As
happens.
expected, the first clue is related to the Kaholosaurs.
Again, it's probably
When
just a
people from
minor
outside
thing,
the
but
tribes
still.
get a copy of the map, most can deduce that the first clue is related to the Kaholosaurs. But they often end up looking in the wrong direction. When the first chief created the map, he left a
Punishment
special
enough, I
mark for
guess.
this part.
Hmm.
It's a
Yes.
code that the tribe uses to indicate a herd of them. So it'll be impossible
Honestly,
to gain
it's a
any
teeny
leads from
tiny
just finding
spoiler.
one or two stray Kaholosaurs.
And especially when you're sorry about that, I guess it's fine.
But
Only for
according to
repeat
the
offenders
information
or
I've been able
those
to
who
find,
are like
Kaholosaurs don't like
legitimately
gathering
just
as herd
actively
unless
trying
it's
to
to
ruin
compete for the
stuff.
hot springs.
Where it's clear from the initial
So let me
message.
tell you a secret that only a guide from the people of the springs would know.
Like someone
It so
coming in and
happens
saying, by the
that
way, this
wild
character dies at
Coholosaurs
that and that
periodically
point.
gather
Then
in
yeah,
the
there's no
valley
room
up
for
ahead.
argument there.
It's almost like how our tribe gathers together for festivals. Still,
Nah,
as soon
nah.
as the season changes,
Nothing
the
here.
herd quickly disperses again.
Again.
Unless you're
Minor
a guy who's
spoiler
always
and
running across
an
Natlan,
apology
it would
came
be very rare
afterwards.
to ever witness such a thing.
Guess I'll
This
take
is a
that.
thing? I need to note this down right away and include an explanation as a part of my thesis.
According to what I've deciphered from the map, a clue is hidden deep in that valley.
But to get there, won't we have to get through the herd of Coholosaurs?
And that should be a problem. Why?
We'll have to think of a way to sneak past without startling them. They're gathering together with their friends, so I'm sure they don't want to be disturbed.
You mean we're going to have to walk through the Coholosaur herd? That feels a little...
Given we've agreed to work together, everyone should do their part. However, Karia has been attacked by Coholosaurs before, so this isn't an ideal plan for her. But it shouldn't be a problem at all for me. Let's have Karia wait here, and I'll take over all the tasks that were supposed to be entrusted to her.
Wow. He trying, I guess.
No worries. We don't need everyone to go. We actually need someone to stay and look after the luggage, so we'll leave that to you two. Traveler,
She that good at climbing, huh?
Is that so? Then that works out perfectly.
And now I understand how much you care for your assistant scholar.
Wink. He totally cares. Totally. He's totally not acting that up. Totally cares for real.
Oh no, we've been spotted.
I literally cannot even
Back
move.
off and try again.
I literally couldn't do anything.
These Coholosaurs sure seem on guard. We'll never get through.
That was a forced
Given
getting
you've
caught
already used the
moment.
information provided by the map to deduce that the clue is in that valley, why don't you simply chase them away? You're pretty strong, aren't you?
First of all, the elders of the tribe have always warned us to never hurt
It's
the
like
Coholosaurs.
we're walking up
Doing
out in
so
the
will
open,
almost certainly bring
then
bad luck.
staying still
And secondly,
right in front of
you can't
them.
just show
Oh
up
no,
and
we've
intrude
been
on others'
caught. How
gatherings,
horrible. How could
much
this
less
happen?
make them leave. That's just terrible.
But on what basis?
Okay. So can we figure out another way to enter the valley?
There must be a way to enter the valley without startling them. It'd take a while for me to come up with a solution on my own, so I'd like to ask everyone to help come up with some ideas.
Let Paimon think. Oh, is there a detour or another way around?
According to the map, the clue is right in the middle of the Coholosaur herd. Even if we try to approach from the other side, we'll just run into the same problem.
Okay.
This is tricky.
Karia, I've noticed that you only talk when you're trying to help smooth things over between Varamdra and the others. I'm sure you must have some ideas of your own, so
There
why
you
don't you share
go.
them with us?
Me? All right. When Varamdra decided to look for leads on the Coholosaurs, I wanted to help. And so I also looked up some information about the creatures.
Got a way to lure them away
Discovered
a little
something
bit
very
maybe or
interesting.
something?
We thought that the Coholosaurs relied on their hearing to track their prey, but they also possess a very keen sense of smell. But I'm not sure how useful that information is.
Oh, that was actually very useful, Miss Karia.
You can just call me Karia.
In that case, please
Ah,
stay
we're
here
dropping
and
the
keep an eye on the
honorifics.
luggage.
Hooray.
Traveler, Paimon, come with me. I've got an idea.
Alright. What this idea be? Oop. We're going to the beach.
Found it!
What's this?
The key to making our way through the herd.
What's this? A weapon?
If the Coholosaurs have a keen sense of smell, then even if we try to sneak around and stay out of sight, they'll still notice us once we get close enough. But this plant can help us solve that problem, because its fragrance is very similar to the scent of a Coholosaur. We can apply the plant's extract to our
Okay,
bodies
if
and
you
trick their
say
sense
so.
of smell.
So, we're gonna rub plant juice on ourselves?
Don't worry, it's also good for your skin.
If she says so. Alani, collect some of the plants, extract and marks everyone with its scent.
Oh, Paimon feels all wet and slimy. But this actually does smell like a Kaholosaur.
Perfect.
Also, hi, Solo.
Let's try to make our way through again.
Solo. Vietkov? I'm sorry, I probably
Follow
didn't
me and stay close.
do a good job at pronouncing that. But hi, hello. Hope you are well. Don't worry about your English skills not being the best. Just Solo. Got it. Thank you. But yeah, don't worry about it. Not everyone has like perfect knowledge of the English language. I get that. Alright, let's sneak on past. But I appreciate you hanging out. I do like Natlan so far. I did complete the Archon quest already. And the Archon quest was a lot of fun. It was very... I'm really looking forward to how the Archon quest is going to continue.
What's that sound? Careful!
But yeah, right now I'm just doing the tribe
it's
quests.
Just a young Kaholosaur. Don't worry, this little one doesn't pose any danger.
Hi and bye, little one. Oh. Okay.
How could there be so many
She's my
here?
baby.
We can't
Yeah,
get through.
it's so sad what happened.
Oh, I have an idea.
But we,
Here.
I think everybody knew that she would come back to life. For one, it makes sense from a story reason, and for another, she's a playable character. Of course she wouldn't stay dead. But yeah, it was kind of sad that on her first big mission, she immediately died. And she was the only one in her team who died. Everyone else survived except for her. Oh, you sleeping? You also
Careful.
sleep?
Don't startle them.
Can't get Kachina? Oh!
Follow me and stay close.
Okay. So did you watch the main quest? Did you watch someone else play the main quest? Since you couldn't do it yourself as a newbie?
We must be getting close.
Look, a bunch are gathering around that rock. What are they doing?
Maybe when things start to get boring, they gather together and talk about something fun? Too bad I can't understand what they're saying.
Okay, I see.
Paimon thought guides from the people of the springs could understand Kaholosaurs.
Sounds
Yeah,
like someone
I'm
has been
pretty
trying to
much
trick
the
you.
opposite of a
True,
newbie.
they were definitely trying to scam us. Huh?
I've been playing this game
On
for
the rock?
a
It
while.
looks like some kind of drawing.
I've heard that there is a type of moss that changes color when it reacts to the biological signals released by Kaholosaurs.
Well, that's
But
interesting.
to trigger that
lore.
sort of reaction, you'd need a huge number of Kaholosaurs. That must be the clue!
Should we take a picture?
Oh, the flash might disturb them. Let me try to copy it down.
We don't have to take a picture with a flash. Oh, well, Lana copies on the mossy drawing. We hardly need to back to where you came.
The first stage of the journey.
Too fast! I can't read that
Had we
fast.
chosen to drive the Kaholosaurs off, then we never would have found this lead.
Oh my god.
Seems there was a logical basis for everything you said after all.
Has he always been this way, Miss Karia?
He's just obsessed with his research. That's all.
At least this has shown that my judgment is correct. I've proven my trustworthiness.
Read faster.
And so,
I
there should
also
be
have to
no
read
need
it
for us to
aloud.
argue
What do you
next
want me to do?
Yes, I understand. And I suppose that'll help us avoid wasting time.
Ooh, Alani really knows how to lead our group.
Oh, she's a professional guide after all.
Next, we'll need to use the lead we found to uncover our next destination. Now, what does this pattern represent?
Moderator. For content. I see. I see. Always gotta do everything for content. But that's some effort. Creating a new account to collect wishes and give them to a streamer? Not even for yourself? Damn.
Hard to tell. Paimon certainly doesn't have any idea what it's trying to get at.
Aha! I got it. Though the lines are kind of rough, I can still see that they represent the boundaries between the water and the land at Jadeskirt Knoll. We can use this to fill in the hole on the map and find our next destination.
Alright.
Really? You got all that just from some rough lines?
Apparently
Well,
so.
intuition is also a part of it. Maybe I've just seen too many maps as a guide, and now it's easier for me to pick up on patterns like that. All right, break time is over. Let's get ready to move.
On it. Next destination, over there. Yep, definitely better to teleport again. Always take the shortcuts. Make quick progress. Why does that almost look like a boss fight arena?
Okay, this is the place.
So, where do we go next?
I'm not
I
completely
think I've
sure
heard
yet.
of the capybara.
The map seems to indicate there's a mechanism here that crosses the water.
I think
But
I've
I still
heard
need
of
to
it.
think about
I
what
haven't
these lines
seen
might
it.
be referring to.
Is
I
it the
knew it.
thing that has
My
like
theory
a
was
ton
correct.
of health and deals way
Sounds
too
like
much
he's got
damage?
something to say again.
If you have any suggestions, then
Because
please
I've
feel
heard
free to share.
from someone else that
I
apparently
believe the
one-shots
mechanism that the
him.
lines are indicating is a spirit way.
That is a possibility. But I don't remember anyone from the tribe setting up a spirit door around here.
According to my theory, it might not have been set up by humans. The dragons living in Natlan also used a similar device, long before the humans.
Oh, we'll bring back
Speaking
the
of
ancient
which,
lore
the
here.
spirit doors your tribe uses may have been built imitating the dragon ones.
Oh, I remember now. Uncle New did mention this possibility to me before.
Excuse me? Who wrote this text box? I remember now. Again, I did say, we don't judge people's bad English skills. Except when they're a big game company. These people should clearly be able to afford having someone proofread. I remember now is not proper English. Oh well.
After learning about the legend, I realized that it was connected to my research. And so, I looked up a lot of related information.
Thanks.
Even though I haven't found an exact
Again,
route to the mysterious
I
island,
won't complain
I'm
when this
fairly
happens when a
certain
big
I've
company
deduced
does
the
it. I
geographical
will not
features of
complain
the
if someone
island's
else does it who's
surrounding
not even a
areas.
native speaker.
Firstly, it's at an intersection between water and land. And secondly, there should be a high concentration of phlogiston. My research indicates that the Spirit Way was originally a natural phenomenon caused by the flow of phlogiston. Therefore, the area must contain many potential spirit ways, and the dragons who lived here in ancient times may have left behind some devices to control them.
Wow.
Amazing.
I guess that
Now
person
it
is
all makes
actually kind of
sense.
reliable.
Now
You know, when he's
everyone's
not being a
contributing
douche.
to the team.
You flatter me. If my theory is correct, we should already be very close to the mysterious island. Once you've unlocked the mechanism, we'll be able to derive the island's location.
All right. Then let's start searching for the dragon's spirit door.
That's just a quick and
Oh, we don't
easy
have
name.
homework.
I won't be able to
Not
include it
yet.
in my thesis. Given the dragons used the device long before the
Just you
humans,
wait.
we should stick with a name that references no human concepts. Calling it a phlogiston node would be much more appropriate.
Then let's start searching for the phlogiston node. Speaking of which, what does it look like exactly?
If I'm not mistaken... Look that way!
What? Look at the distance. Look at the giant pyramid over in Sumeru.
Whoa,
but no, we're looking at that. But he was pointing directly at the pyramid,
Looks
right?
like we can activate it once we get close enough.
You can't deny
The
that.
light does remind me of a spirit way. But according to the map, there should be 2 more phlogiston nodes. Let's keep searching, everyone.
Oh. Guess they're a bit further away. But I have not killed anything of note here. There we go. Easiest way to get across. Under the team. I mean, I have done genocide in Undertale and Undertale Yellow. The latter of which I did live on stream. That was fun. Also, Solo, thank you for the follow. It's appreciated. Really appreciated. Alright, let's have a look around here. There's one of those thingies over here. Supposedly. There it is. Just gotta get that real quick.
Stabilize.
By royal fine.
Let's get these idiots out of the way. Touch. And now we do a bit of mountain climbing, I guess. By the way, I should say one thing. You did say your English isn't that good. I have been told sometimes that I apparently speak kind of fast. So if I speak too quickly and you don't understand something, feel free to point it out. I don't know, I've just been told by some people that I sometimes go a little bit fast when talking. Don't know how accurate that is. I don't know. Just figured I might as well say that I can slow down if I need to. Games. Speak it slow. Ah, okay, I see. But hey.
Paimon sees it! Oh, but it's way up high. We'll need to find a way up there.
Oh, probably here. There we go. But yeah, learning English from video games and streaming. Honestly, I will tell you one thing. Learning a language is way easier if you do it by consuming media, like watching movies in that language, playing video games in that language, talking to people in that language. Way more efficient than anything they could teach you at school or anywhere else. For you see, I am not a native English speaker either. And I can tell ya, school, I mean, they got the basics down for me, and that's about it. YouTube and other, exactly.
Great work, everyone. Okay, now first, we need to figure
That's
out
why
how
I climbed
to
up.
control
Okay.
this thing. Its qualities are very similar to that of a man-made device.
On my
but
way to
it
learn
doesn't seem as
Japanese,
intuitive
yes.
to me.
Is there something wrong?
See, look at this. After activating a normal spirit door, we could just go ahead and use it. But this one requires someone to stay and keep operating it here.
Ah, so we have to entrust that person of our life so we don't
activate
fall.
the mechanism and switch between different
Too lazy.
phlogiston nodes
I get
to
that.
change the
I
path
get
of the
that,
spirit
Spinner.
way. If we don't operate the nodes properly, then the people
Yeah, it's
on
a
the spirit
boring
way will
format.
come tumbling from the sky.
When it comes to learning the basics, you almost need... Learning the
theory, the
basics
process
is gonna
should
be
be
a
very
bit
safe,
dry.
but
You
only
need
the
to have
three
at least
phlogiston
some
nodes are
knowledge in
each
a
being
language so you
operated
can
by
fully, like,
Do you think you'd be able to
immerse
operate
yourself
it?
in it a bit
I
more.
just tried, and it clearly requires more skill than a typical spirit door.
Though I've never tried before, I've read a lot of information and theoretically should be able to properly control it. Let me give it a try.
Theoretically, he says.
But in theory, this shouldn't happen.
Yeah,
If Raundra
theories,
can
huh?
control it, then that also rules out me.
Okay, well, how about you?
What if they do it
After all the
together?
adventures he's been on, handling something like this should be easy peasy.
All right. Then it'll be up to the Traveler to stay here and operate the phlogiston node. I'll go activate the mechanism. I'll let you know when we need to switch nodes. Just make sure you quickly head to the corresponding node, and we should make it safely.
Wait, but handling it this way sounds even more dangerous, Mulan.
Don't
So
worry.
what? We need the
It
danger
looks
in
like
order
the
to get to the
spirit ways are all
island.
above the water. I'm pretty good at swimming, so I'm not afraid if I end up falling in.
But it's so high, and you'll be falling so fast. If we don't manage to reach a node in time, or if we make a mistake, there's a lot that can happen.
Do you still remember the promise we made before we left Paimon?
Yeah, we entrust our
Only
lives to
those
each
who
other
can
and all
trust
that.
each other with their lives can reach the mysterious
Just
island.
plunge attack when you fall, exactly.
Since you two are willing to trust me, then naturally, I'm willing to trust you.
Alrighty.
Oh. Alright. As a child, went to Italy. Huh. Interesting that they apparently teach it better there. Interesting, interesting. So, you left Ukraine when you were a child? So does that mean you speak... Now you live in Greece. Moving... Wow, Mr. Worldwide. Bringing out the meme templates here. Damn. So, how many languages do you speak, or do you mostly communicate in just English then? Anyway, just leave this to us.
Please be careful.
Changing my home. Well, I hope you'll be able to settle down somewhere at some point. Russian, Italian... That's a lot. That's a lot. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here struggling to pick up a third language even. Man. Japanese is hard though. English doesn't count. Oh no, of course it never counts, I guess. In that case, if English doesn't count, I'm struggling to pick up a second language. You can jump to switch to adjacent tracks. Alright. Well, let's get to it. Simple enough. Whoops. Ow. Yeah, I deserved that. Also, hi, how's it going, Dev? How are you? How are you?
Now switch to the spirit way on the right.
Yep. There we go. Big jump. Mario Kart looking a little different, yeah, right? Oh. Oh.
Paimon heard Mulan shouting just now. Let's go find the node we need.
Shiny shell? I'll take that, I guess. The node, up here. Touch! Oh yeah, we're playing Mario Kart in Genshin now. Jump. I was supposed to jump over to the other side, wasn't I? Well, I guess that means I'm taking another lap. Jump. Got some nice hops.
The path ends up ahead. Switch to the next spirit way.
Yep. There's the switch. Want to go to sleep? By all means, go to sleep. Get some rest. Oop.
Paimon heard Mulan shouting just now. Let's go find the node we need.
Probably should get some rest. But yes, I do usually stream around this time. And for me, that's also pretty late. For me, it's like... I usually go live at 11 p.m. Central European time. And yeah, that means we're now slowly closing in on 2 a.m. The day I co-played Genshin? What do you mean, silly? I play Genshin a lot. Good night, see you, Solo. Well, yeah, that was a bit late. Should jump over earlier. Alright, jump. Easy there. Ah, that was too early. But it's fine. We made it, we made it, we made it. And then we transformed into Klee, as you do.
That was perfect. You were amazing, Mommy!
There were a couple of moments Paimon thought it was over.
I'm confident I could do it all over again. Wait, why are the phlogiston nodes no longer lit?
Oh no, you're right.
Guess we couldn't
It
trust
appears
these
the
other two
phlogiston
people here
nodes
with us.
Need to automatically recharge. Once they're activated, they'll be unusable for some time.
In that case, no matter what happens next, we have to seize our chance. Otherwise, who knows how long we'll have to wait for another shot.
Do you hear that?
Great, and the weather's changing.
Getting gloomy, and a bunch of whirlpools just appeared in the water.
There's our danger.
We need to get to higher ground and take a look.
We need the danger. That is what we need for this adventure. Come with us, you two random NPCs. You make your way up the hill nearby.
Hey, look over there!
Whoa, there's a giant whirlpool over there.
Yep, and that's our next stop.
Well, let's be on our way then.
What do you mean?
Into the whirlpool? Also, hi, Bones. Sick, I am sick, and this game is sick.
The info I deciphered
In fact,
from
I
the map
called in
points to
sick
only
for the
one
entire
possibility.
week.
To reach the mysterious island, we must enter that massive whirlpool.
No way.
But I'm fine.
Forgive me for being frank, but as a guide of the people of the
Ish.
Springs, I'm sure
Fine-ish.
you understand the danger of such a vortex even better than we
Probably
do.
for the best, yeah.
Yes, I know.
Again,
But
wasn't
whether it's
even
the
my
information
decision.
deciphered from the map,
I was
or the
like,
direction of
I'm
the
gonna
spirit
call
wave
in
that I
sick for
observed in the
Monday.
air,
Then had a chat,
everything
then
points to the path
after a
ahead
little
being
phone
hidden in
call,
that
you know,
whirlpool.
talk to a
And what
doctor
if
real
you're
quick,
wrong?
and like, you know, you should probably stay home the entire week, right? And I was like,
I'm not
yeah,
trying to be
probably.
unreasonable. Unfortunately,
And then I did
I'm
that.
very knowledgeable in this area. The
Hooray.
spirit waves must have affected the nearby bodies of water and lowered the water level. That's why the whirlpools appear.
I mean, I really should.
At this rate, some of the land that was once underwater will soon reappear.
By all
at the
means, I
surface
don't
and
want
see
to
the light
risk
of day
anyone
again.
else. I don't want to
you
risk
think that
infecting
sounds
anyone
more like
else.
the definition of a mysterious island? So,
Considering how many
our
people I'd have
goal should
contact
be the
with if
shallow waters.
I went back out
we enter
there.
that vortex, the undercurrents will drag us to the bottomless abyss.
Thanks for the hydrate and the pats.
Does seem to have a point.
I
There we
can't
go.
find any evidence to refute your claim for the moment, but I still trust my judgment.
Then it seems like it's time for our collaboration to come to an end.
Great, we can do this without
We
you.
all agree to trust each other.
Well, we
I
trust
have
each
reached this
other.
conclusion based on my field of expertise, and I cannot deny it, even if you try to convince me otherwise. From now on, let us each choose our own way.
Alright, they're
No,
gonna die.
I refuse.
You?
Letting your clients separate themselves from the group in the middle of a journey will result in the worst luck possible. I will not agree to that.
Then we can implement the plan I proposed at the very beginning. You're not my guide, and as such, you don't have to take responsibility for me.
But she does.
Oh, but you can't do that once you've traveled together as a group. If you were to leave now, we'll all be hit with bad luck. It's now beyond both our control.
How about this? You and Karia wait here. We'll go first and investigate the whirlpool.
I hate
know
this
you
person.
like to explain everything
I mean,
with
he was a
theories
little
and
bit
logic,
useful, but
so let me build my case first,
man,
and then I'll come back to convince you.
he is getting kind of
Well,
annoying here again.
Traveler, come on. Let's get going.
To the whirlpool.
Shower me with praise.
The easiest way to get there. By foot. Across the water. As you do. You know, I could just walk right over to the whirlpools. But oh well.
Whoa. The massive whirlpool is up ahead. Just the thought of going in there is making Paimon dizzy.
Do you also think that this is a reckless decision?
Maybe, but I trust you. Unlike those two idiots.
It's okay. That's completely normal. Actually, I completely understand how Varamdra feels. This is just how it is to be a guide. The tribe's experiences passed down from generation to generation are what give us the ability to guide our guests through hardships. This gives us the power to decide which way we should go. But it also means that we must bear the consequences of our mistakes and judgment, which could be quite dire this time.
I won't die of
Although
blood
I'm
armor.
pretty convinced that all the leads we have collected are pointing us to the whirlpool, I still don't know what awaits us inside.
Might be a domain of
If the
some
scholars
sort.
still choose to reject my plan, I won't have the confidence to ask them to only do as I say. The same goes for the two of you. You are the commissioners, so if you think this is too risky, then it's perfectly reasonable if you
Getting a
want
bit
to end
tired
the
now,
trip
huh?
here. The good news is that I know the way back to the tribe very well.
I guess if we enter the whirlpool and there's more after the whirlpool as well, then I'll call it quits there. We'll see. Already made a promise to each other.
Traveler.
That's right. You've trusted us before, Mualani. Now it's our turn to trust you. Besides, it's gonna take more than a whirlpool to scare the two of us. We all managed to make it back from the Night Kingdom. After an experience like that, what's so scary about being sucked into a whirlpool?
I wonder if that line is also...
Come on. Come on, bring it in again.
That line must be only there, must only be there because I'm playing this after completing the Archon quest.
To convince that scholar.
I wonder if maybe this quest is locked until you complete the Archon quest. Or they just left out that line.
And we'll need him on the team.
I know, it's just that we can't see much from here. I'll get closer to the water and have another look.
Wait a sec. Is it just Paimon, or does the whirlpool seem to be getting smaller?
We're running out of time. We gotta get in there now.
You're right. Maybe it's just like the phlogiston nodes and can only be active for a certain amount of time.
That means we need to hurry.
Miss Guide, we have a problem.
It was locked. That makes sense, though.
Karia? What are you doing here?
I tried to persuade him, but Varamdra insisted on verifying his theory first.
Oh no.
He said that the water to the south was about to be shallow enough to wade through. But after he took a few steps, the water suddenly began to surge and he was swept away.
Well, he
I'm
deserved
not
that.
much of a
He
swimmer,
deserved
so I came
that.
to call for help.
Oh, why did this have to happen now? Can we still make it into the whirlpool?
Let's split up, gang.
No time to hesitate. I'll get in the water and rescue him. Just tell me which way he went, Karia. Let's ride!
Well, we're on a timer. Let's go. At least she can surf. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Hang on. Once again. There we go.
That way? He's been pulled away by the current.
That was a high jump, though.
Not here either. The current is too fast. We found him.
Finally. Am I resting from work? I'll be dying. 6 to 2 this week. I'm so sorry. Sorry to hear that.
Karya came and found us just in time.
Oh, there
I mean, you know what? Sending you virtual hugs in hopes that you'll get sick too.
Thank you so much, Miss Guide.
Let's go with that one.
Didn't I tell you to wait for me?
No, seriously, look out for yourself.
Judging
Stay
by
healthy.
the changes in the water's surface, the path to the mysterious island wouldn't be around
Don't
for
forget
long.
that the Rona still
I
exists.
didn't want to miss this opportunity. It's just I didn't expect my
Don't jinx me.
calculations to be wrong.
Alright,
It seems
alright.
You were right.
Right, who knows if we can make it back in time now? Huh? Well, the whirlpools have disappeared!
Seems we missed our chance.
Why would you give up on such an opportunity to come rescue me?
How can you say that? It's already bad enough that you had to be left behind. Do you think I'd let anyone in my group drown?
Yes. I would
I'm
have.
really sorry.
Don't feel guilty, Karya. I think if I reactivate the nodes, that will cause the whirlpools to reappear. The only problem is that we still don't know exactly when we'll be able to do that. It's already getting late now, and we've been on the move for a whole day. As your guide, I suggest we make camp first and have a good meal. We can talk
Alright.
about the other stuff tomorrow.
Guess the camp stuff will be the end
You
then.
mention it, Paimon is feeling a little hungry.
It's a miracle she hasn't mentioned food for so long.
Hey, Paimon's stomach can be very sensible. It won't interrupt while everyone's busy solving puzzles.
We have plenty of tasty things to eat. Let's just find a suitable spot to
I
make
should
camp.
probably grab something to eat after this as well.
I like
And then go
that
to bed
place
soon
right over
after.
there.
Milani guides everyone to the best place to make camp.
Is this the spot? Let Paimon and the Traveler help set up the tent.
Go ahead. I'll take care of the fire. Oh, and here's a little camping tip. It's best to set the tent upwind from the campfire.
Makes sense. Yeah, okay, I get it, I get it. I get it. Stay healthy, stay healthy. Alright, you know what? Maybe I should just call it here. Doesn't seem like the worst idea. I mean, we're not quite at 3 hours, but we're about to be at 3 hours, and honestly, I don't know. It feels like starting the next Genshin stream with camping is a good idea. Plus, actually, there won't be a Genshin stream for a while. Because I don't think there's enough content here currently that warrants another Genshin stream. Because all we have left is the second half of this quest, and then these 2 quests here. These ones will be knocked out in maybe 20 minutes each. And I have a feeling this will be like an hour. So it would be a very short stream. So we'll have to wait. Next Genshin stream will be when the game updates with more content. And then we'll do this stuff. You know. Did you notice? Notice what? Interactive map in game now? Interactive map in game? How? When? Where? Here? No. But I don't care. I don't care about that, looking for regional specialties. What I would care about in an interactive map is locating chests and stuff, for obvious reasons. That would be the only reason I would use an interactive map. Because obviously I am gonna have some trouble looking for stuff in certain areas. There's still quite a bit for me to search for, though, obviously. Let's see, what achievements did we get? Right, ow, got that. Thanks for that throw, I guess. Alright, we're getting ever so close to 1,000 achievements completed. Slowly but surely. Also, what I will do, I should be able to... Yes. Also, I think I just saw something. That's new, isn't it? Being able to purchase a Crown of Insight? I think that's new. I don't remember ever being able to purchase these. The only way you were ever able to get a Crown of Insight was from an event. You could only get them from events. There was no way to purchase them in the game. Or get them consistently. I guess they changed that. Interesting. To hold you. Night, waking up with ow. Yeah, good night, Rob. Good night. As I said, I'm wrapping up the stream right now anyway. We're wrapping it up here. No use delaying it any further. Now let's see who we can raid. I'm sure we'll find someone nice. Inventory, yes, I can check that later. I do want to wrap things up now, though. Alright. How about Rain? We could raid Rain again. Maybe. Or... Spooky season cometh, yes. Spooky season cometh indeed. Very, very soon. You know what, sure. I'll just raid Rain. I don't want to sit on the screen for much longer. Alrighty then. Or, alternatively... Question. I could, in theory, before I went live, I was randomly checking out DDLC streamers. Only 5 stars again, blah blah blah, yeah, whatever. I was randomly checking out some DDLC streamers before before I went live. Should we just raid a very small channel who's currently going with no mic through DDLC? I mean, no mic is never the best, but we could. Ow. 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 You know what? Let's do that. I'm sure it's gonna be a pleasant surprise for them. No mic and a VN? What a combo. I know, right? I don't like no mic. Also fair. I prefer mic as well. Sadly, though, some people are just no mic. Oop. But I don't see the harm in doing it. After all, you can always leave if you're not interested. Ow. You know what? Sure, why not? Ow. I don't see the harm in doing this. I have no mic. Alright, we're rating a very, very small streamer who is streaming without even having a microphone and stuff and things. So yeah, I'll see you over there. Sorry, that didn't quite go. Stop it. We're heading over. If you want to stay, stay. If not, don't. I'm sure this person will be very appreciative of the raid, but I totally understand if most of you don't want to stick around for, you know, whatever that's gonna be. Anyway, see ya. Night night to everyone indeed. And of course, if you're watching this after it's been uploaded to YouTube as a VOD, your support has also been greatly appreciated. And if you do want to catch me live in the future, you can do so by checking the description down below. There will be a link to my Twitch where I stream every single Friday and Saturday, and sometimes other days of the week as well, but that's a bit more irregular. In any event, thanks for watching, and yeah, I'll see you around. Bye bye.